Hello there, my lovely bitches, and welcome to a very special episode for a very special series of Gauntlets and Gates. If you've noticed, I'm not Aubrey. I'm Aki, and my pronouns are she, her. And for the next little while, I will be your lovely GM as we embark on a mini series called To Hunt the Moon, set in my own homebrew world called Shambhala. And Shambhala is a heavily inspired by several AAPI mythology, regions, and landscapes, written by a BIMPOC for BIMPOC to explore non Western European centric worlds, and thus the majority of this is deeply rooted away from said familiarities. Joining me today, we have, and it's you bitches.
Yes.
Hi, I'm bitches.
We can go down in order so that way Aubrey's first.
I know. Cool. Hi, I am Aubrey, and it's a little bit weird, me being a player doing this, so I use she, her pronouns tonight, and for the rest of this, I will be playing Pyracantha Eldblum, or Pyra, the Suli elf druid barbarian. I am a very large, angry elf that's on fire that occasionally turns into a raging dragon bear. It's gonna be fun.
All right. I thought that's what the you're gonna be all she hers tonight. Hello, I am Sparlock. I use he him pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Hoshi of the no last name, who uses she her pronouns and is a kitsune bard. And yes, just in her human form, at least she's kind of a smaller, you would say, mousy looking woman, if she didn't have a certain wiliness about her, not very timid.
Hi, I'm Tick, and I'm playing the one thing I vowed to destroy. I use he, she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Clementine, an Asmar Leshy, who is quite literally just an orange. She was created from the trickster god's curiosity of, can I make a living orange? And I mean, he succeeded, so I am playing a fighter, specifically like a weird homebrew gunslinger. It's just a fighter with a gun. And I am here to fuck shit up.
Yes, the return of Clem.
The return of Clem.
Yeah.
And later on in the season, we will have Dusty, Alyssa, and Ferris joining our party. All three of them can be found with majority of us on our sister podcast, Animamagiri, at Animamagiri, which just finished its season finale, and it should be up.
Oh, it's
long.
up.
Yeah, it's up. It's up. Why don't you go listen to the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole 10 episodes first season is all there for you to listen and have the amazing wild ride that is our first season.
Whiplash.
You will not see the ending coming.
Do we have any more announcements?
That after all this is over, we will come back with season 3. There may be something for a week or two before season 3 starts up. Not sure yet. We will announce by the end of this little mini arc. I mean, also go listen to Bring Your Own Mech.
Yeah, listen to Bring Your Own Mech. You'll find me and Aubrey there, and it's a Lancer one. So if you ever wanted to see us in giant robots,
yep,
you know,
I somehow built into a very good character, having no idea how to do anything.
No, we both have pretty solid builds for the highly specific things we need to do.
Yeah. But other than that, I can't really think of much. If there's anything that we end up needing to put here,
there is one thing I would like to say. It's an announcement that everyone needs to be aware of. Aki is amazing. Anyways, that's it. Okay, goodbye.
That's gay. They say that the world was hollow and an empty void of nothingness. The sages say that it needed to be destroyed, so something new may be born. Heavenly Goddess Mother was alone, adrift in the void. There she merged the land with her flesh, the seas with her blood, and the sky with her breath. But she was still alone. So there she took her scales and bones, creating beings made in her image. Dragons now roamed, but they were primal in nature. So she took her mind and soul and merged them, creating new gods. These new gods, too, grew to create, and Mother loved them. But as time stretched and her children left, she was once again alone. And so finally, Mother took flesh and molded it. As it took shape, she blew a breath of life and created the many races that make up the land. There she gave us thought and abilities we now value in society. Our only fate, destined to return to her embrace, to be created anew once more. But that is simply history, ancient tales that hold meaning to those who embrace it. If your fate is truly to return to your mother's embrace, do you ever think about the journey to her? The journey being your very own lives. Do you ever think perhaps today is the day I will die? Tell me, travelers, dearest adventurers, do you fear death?
Think of good.
Just another adventure.
I don't fear it, but I don't want to leave this, wonderful place. Lots of stuff to do, lots of pretty girls to see. Just anytime soon.
Maybe you will learn one day. But that day is not today. No, today you are adventurers, ready to take on the world, thrusting yourselves into life. What awaits you up ahead? What lies before you? What lies beyond your horizon? Let's meet you. So we're going to open with Pyra.
Yeah, cool.
In a small city in Sangala called Glitterwall, which is located near the border or near the end, really, of R28's territory. R28 being your dad. It is the closest city to the Crystal Mountains and therefore has a train port. We're gonna go back in time actually a little.
Okay.
You are working at your bar, the Dragon's Breath. It is just a stereotypical little tavern. Locals love it. Adventurers love it. It's got a cool name. So tell me, what do you look like?
So Pyra is probably about 6'1", 6'2", depending on how active her hair is that day. Because one thing you do notice when you look at her first is her hair seems to be constantly on fire, in a way. Some days it's more like, glowing embers, and other days it's more of like an actual bonfire, depending on how angry she is. Usually it's sort of tied back in sort of a bun or braided, just sort of to keep it from getting too out of control. But yeah, tall, buff, very good at carrying those casks of ale or wine or whatever around.
Those 30 hogs?
Yes. You got to do all those hog lifting.
Yes.
Yep. And mostly wears comfortable clothes. Yeah.
All right. So it's just another regular after, more like an evening bordering the nighttime areas. People are coming in for dinner, and you are carrying one of those hefty barrel hog things, whatever. And
it's big and heavy. That's all that matters.
And you definitely notice a new face. You've worked here long enough to kind of know when to distinct a traveler from an adventurer from a local. And this definitely is none of the above, probably a traveler, but it's a little awkward to be traveling alone. You see this dwarven woman in a long-sleeved, long blue dress. You can't see her shoes. The hems are just all the way down. And she's a little hunched, and her hair is very gray, a silver fox, if you will. And she's got a nice, lovely brimmed hat going on. And she takes her time taking just some random seat, but she is clearly within your.
I would first, would take this barrel or whatever to where it needs to go to first off, while keeping a good eye on the rest of the bar, see how people are doing, making sure the rest of the people who work here have everything under control. And then, probably once that's done, head over her way and just, give her the welcome and see what I can get.
She gives you a very warm smile, pleasant. One that you definitely would expect like a grandma to give, just a sweet old lady. And she just goes, "Oh, what you say is the house special, if there is any."
Yeah, I think we can get that started for you. Anything to drink? Anything like that?
I think I'll take it. And she gets cut off a little bit as a rather rowdy crowd comes in. Not a crowd per se. It really is just two guys, mildly or probably very drunk, getting into just the occasional bar frap. Something about touching someone else's girl and the other going, "What girl? I'm gay." I don't know. Just something. Your local fight, and one of them grabs the other by the collars of their vest and just kind of throws him, this skinny twink around, but the skinny twink is semi nimble enough to catch himself by falling onto another person.
Yep. Just to be like, excuse me, but I think I have something I gotta take care of. And then just sort of like bellowing and just being like, hey! And then sort of start moving my way over to them. Like the hair is probably starting to get a little bit more active. And just being like, hey, if you're gonna fight, you're gonna take it outside. And, cracking my knuckles.
Make it intimidation if you would like to use your strength instead of charisma for this. I will also allow it.
I really actually don't think that changes my intimidation at all.
Oh,
I'm still rolling with like a +2. I'm an expert in intimidation.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if
see.
This technically works for it.
I have intimidating glare, but I'm not glaring at them. I'm yelling. And if they try to demoralize me, I got it. But
Yeah.
See, dice. First roll of the set of this little mini campaign. Let's see how we do. That's pretty good. That's a 22.
Yeah, that'll do it. Honestly, they look like locals first and foremost, and you are used to this by now, especially with the locals. They know you. And so when you saunter over, the best way to put it is that the one who has fallen on a person gets up. The other big guy also gets up. They give you like a nod, like, all right, boss. Bye, bossing. Go outside and you can hear a not so distant fight breaking loose. It's probably
sounds about right.
Probably right out front of the bar, honestly. They probably didn't get too far, but you can hear it. Yeah,
it's outside of the bar. That's all that matters to me at this moment.
And behind you hear like a nice little clap. Not a slow clap, but just dainty. And the woman goes, "Well, aren't you a strapping young woman taking care of the garbage, I see?"
Sometimes garbage has to go out.
Yes. You look a little too well trained to be a bouncer.
Bouncer, barback, bartender, kind of jack of all trades around.
I see. May I ask why you're in this business?
Yeah, I want to try something new. Did a bunch of things for a while. Always just enjoy the energy of a bar. Enjoy the meeting of the people. There's so many just interesting people that come through a bar. And it doesn't hurt that, occasionally I get to punch somebody. But for the most part, I'll be here for a little bit longer, and then I'll move on, find something else to do.
I see. Well, you see, I'm always looking for someone to hire, especially more muscle. If you fancy yourself an adventure, I am looking for work in a month.
I mean, depends on the work, but you at least have my attention.
Well, it would entail travel, though your expenses for travel would be covered by me, and by extension, mine. But essentially, you would travel to Shang with me, and whomever else I hire, and really the details then get established more there. But I guess my trip to Shang, essentially being my bodyguard, would be a start.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, just out of character question, I don't think have I been to Shang before?
Have you ever left Sangala before?
Honestly, I don't think so, actually.
I don't think so. I think, if I may suggest, the most in terms of your extent of travel would have been further in to Sangala, like in your in the other gods' territories there, so closer towards like the sea, and then back again around, because Sangala is shaped like a U and then landlocked. completely
Yeah.
by mountains, essentially. So you would have just at the most maybe made a partial trip, and here you are living in Glitterwall, which is beside a train port. So no, I don't think, unless you'd like to, I don't think you've really necessarily left Sangala.
Yeah. And I mean, Pyra is kind of in that weird, like, young adult thing where it's like, I want to get out and see the world, but I don't want to go too far. But
You would also note that Shang is not too far. But the scary thing about leaving Sangala is that because they're so landlocked by a lot of dangerous things too, getting back scares you a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No,
There really is only one way for you to leave, and really go anywhere at an appropriate amount of time. It would be by the trains. You could take your chance at sea, but that would take quite a bit. So it's in terms of train travel, Shang is not too far.
Well, she's gonna look at the dwarf and be like, well, at least for now, count me as interested.
All right. Where are my manners? Zipporah, and she places like a hand over her chest.
Pyracantha, but call me Pyra.
Lovely to meet you. I will give you my card, and I'll send you a letter. And if you choose to meet me and take the ticket, you'll find me waiting in the train port for you. Possibly with more in tow. Is that all right with you?
Certainly seems all right with me.
And now we're gonna cut back. Unless there's something else you'd like to do, we will cut back.
No, I think I'm good.
Amazing. We're gonna cut back to the present. It is morning. Maybe no. She would meet you here. It's morning. And you have received your letter. You would have known actually prior where you would be going, which again is Shang. There is a ticket in there waiting for you. And you would also know by now that you are planning to meet both your sisters.
Yes.
And so you're standing outside. The Dragon's Breath is kind of a pretty decent spot for a meetup, because it has a big sign. And very quickly you notice a very large blue lizard kind of scuttling about, and on top riding a blue woman who gets a lot of gawks and a lot of looks from the locals, as it seems that a hero god, has rode into town casually.
Oh my god.
And so this is, you know her, your sister, your adoptive sister, Kushi, the first hero god. And she rides in, she sees you, and quite literally slides off her lizard to jump hug you, because you're like a whole foot taller than.
Yep, I do it. It's probably like a bit of a spin too.
Oh yes, and then her hair hugs you, because
I was like, I will never get used to that.
she gives you just the biggest smile ever that you've ever seen on a woman, essentially, and just goes, "Oh, it's so good to see you. I've missed you so much."
Miss you too. How have things been?
Decent. You know, same old. Like, Dad's just a bit, well, he knows you're going, and he's not happy about that, but it's okay.
I mean, kind of wanted me to go live my life, do things. So I'll be back.
We can always get you back.
Yeah.
And we're not going too far. And
I mean, hey, you and Clem will both be with me. We'll keep each other safe.
Well, I know it said I do, but I'm really just going to be taking you. I just could take you to the train port. See Clem for a little bit, talk for a little bit, and then I gotta go.
I'll keep Clem safe.
Yes, please keep her safe. She's so small.
I don't know. So small.
So small.
Shut the fuck up!
It's like we can hear her already.
Yeah.
But yeah, as much as I'd like to come with you, can't. It's a work thing.
I mean, that makes sense.
Well, okay, get on, Neela. I might as well get you there. we're cutting it pretty close, and she like checks like a little
Yeah.
watch because watches exist.
And I will I will adjust the sort of sash that I have that my chicken is in.
What's your chicken's name?
My chicken's name is Nugget.
Yes. Cushy's hair pets Nugget.
Yep.
Yes.
Sort of a sash that I wear / like almost baby Bjorn. But instead of like in front, it's like on my side.
Yes. Yeah. So you've ridden on Neela before. So you easily get on top because she will get in front of you as she's driving this lizard, and you set off to the train port. And here we're going to cut to Clementine, who has been waiting at the train port for both your sisters for about an hour or so.
What is taking? I feel like I've been insulted behind my back for some reason, and now I've been waiting for an extra hour.
Yes. So the train port is encased in crystals, and you can see sparks of magic inside of it. And there are armed guards stationed every few feet, but in several different uniforms. And for you, Clem, you've heard of the of the Golden Gates essentially, and you know what they look like now versus what they looked like before. Sorry, the Golden Dragon Gates. And so you know that these were beautiful gold gates in the shape of dragons that once used to blow like rainbow fire out, and now it's all trapped in crystal. And so it's literally just the biggest pride flag you've ever seen.
Oh, that's good because I'm gay.
And it's what you have, right? It's probably quite the beauty of a sight. So, Clem, why don't you actually tell us what...
Right, I have the sketch I did in front of me so I could describe it. So, Clem is a leshy, so she is, as everyone said, short, like a small creature, like 3 feet tall. Her skin is, the color of a clementine, because she's literally a fruit. Her hair is kind of like this viney stuff, like a mix of a vine and a tree with actually some leaves and looks like some half-grown oranges on it. Clementines, dare I say. You're catching on to the theme. In terms of dress, it's very like ethereal, pastel-y clothing. She's got like a sort of like half-skirt dress. She has a little pouch on her side that looks very like intricate, has some cute little like plant-like patterns on it. The pouch's contents will be revealed later. Lots of jewelry, a little necklace, like dangly bits off the pouch, just to look extra pretty and fancy. And like sort of a scarf shawl thing. I'm just describing what I drew. Yeah, her hair's pretty long. It's got the little fruits on it, and she's got like one sort of vine hair kind of going over one of the eyes, and no nose. I did not draw a nose. She does also have 2 animal companions, a wonderful owl named Minerva, and a fox named Boof Boof.
Move. So, Clem, what would you like? You've been waiting for an hour.
Did the wonderful Cushy say she'd be back before an hour?
Cushy hasn't shown up yet. You know you were supposed to meet her and your sister Pyra here.
Okay.
And it's been an hour. And you're certain you told them the time you would be showing up. And by the way, you've communicated this through letters.
Okay, so they're fucking late. Do I know where they're coming from?
Yes, there's essentially only one way to get through, as cutting through these crystal mountains is fucking difficult. As it's crystallized magic, so it's just the shit grows back. That's the best way to put it. It's like a liver. So there is one way, and that way is seeable.
So there's only one way. In Clem's mind, it's like, all right, so if I go down this path, I'll have to run into them because there's no other way for them to get here. And I'm also tired of waiting. You expect me to wait? So she is going to just straight up be like, well, I waited for an hour. Come on, guys. We're going to go find them. Let's go down the path.
Let's see. All right. So you decide to walk around a bit, right?
Yeah, I'm like gonna walk around a little bit and then just go down the path where I know they are, so hopefully I can find them. Like, guys, stop making me wait!
Would you like to make perhaps a general recall knowledge or a perception check, something like that? You can also make a history check if you would like to, let's say, I don't know, figure out more about the land.
I could do it for, I could do society recall.
what would you like to know? Would you like to kind of engage in something where it's more of like a cool history, or would you like to perhaps look for them specific?
History is great and all, but right now I've been waiting for an hour. I want to find these bitches.
All right, then perception.
All right, second dice roll of this. Let's see how it goes. Hold on, these are the BDSM dice. Come on, you whore. That's a 17 plus 13. That's a
Making a
30.
note
Yes, die.
on things I need to cut.
I'm so sorry. I will call my dice inappropriate names with my push talk off from now on. I apologize, Aubrey. But that is a dirty 30.
Dirty 30. All right. So you walk a little bit. Like you were walking around a bit, and you've noticed a few things. Like once again, the magic, the fire. Also, technically being the best way to put it is that this is magic powering magic, powered by magic and protected by magic. It's super magic, and you've been around a good mixture of the two, but rather more technology. So this is quite the sight for you. However, with a role like that, you have definitely been able to keep, your mind on track. So you'd go like, ooh, piece of candy. Where are those bitches? Like distracted. But you are definitely admiring some of the sights. You would notice as you walk down the path that essentially would lead you to Glitterwall that it is stationed with quite a few different uniformed guards. And by different uniforms, I mean they are clearly uniforms, and you can find other people wearing the same uniform, but every now and then it's a different one. And I would say you would know a bit about the hero god who is your half sister. You would know that her followers tend to have bows, lots of henna tattoos, and are also stationed here. As well as a couple others that you could give or take are like, okay, well, maybe they worship the god of war, maybe they worship the other hero gods. It makes sense for them to be here. Or rather, it makes sense that they are here in different uniforms, but you're kind of like, why? And then you see a giant blue lizard.
Oi! I'm just gonna yell at the giant blue lizard from across the room.
So the blue lizard wasn't looking at you, but now she's looking at you. And if you want to dodge out of the way, I need like an acrobatics.
I would like to dodge out of the way. I get the feeling this might not be the right blue lizard, but that's fine. Okay, that's a 23.
And so as this lizard is hurtling towards you with its several feet going, you try to dodge roll, let's say, out of the way. And then the lizard's tongue just grabs you and holds you there, and it's hugging you. And up from up top, even though it's a little muffled, you can hear, Milo, spit that out. You don't know where it's been.
No,
I'm right here. I can hear you.
Keep going.
Oh, wait, Clem?
Yes. Hi. You guys are an hour late.
Yeah, what's an
She
hour?
slides down and goes, no, we're not. What?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I think you're confused.
You
I say as I'm eating food.
you said, your letter said 11, right?
Oh, I think I wrote 10.
10, what? Let me see. No, wait. I have it right here. It says 11.
Hold on. Show me that.
And with your dirty 30, you're gonna see that the 0 has been drawn over by a different colored pen.
I'm gonna squint. She like, please say you see this. Are you seeing this shit, Pyra?
Pyra's almost just like, what if it can produce flame and burn this letter? No, but she's not gonna do it. And Pyra's just gonna be like, no, I think it says 11.
You can see the eraser lines right there. I'm gonna point them out from within like Neela's tongue grasp. Like you can see the eraser lines right here.
Okay, now do me a favor and just make a general recall.
Okay, what's that plus?
I don't know. You can use
It would be maybe your intelligence.
yeah,
plus.
intelligence you can use. I'll also allow you to use charisma actually as well.
My intelligence is better.
Whatever is better.
I have no charisma. I have some great
And then,
skills.
Then I guess would you proficiency modifier, which is your level +2.
So society. I could roll society, recall knowledge, which is +10.
Okay, yeah, then do it.
Alright, 1 sec. So I guess always calling my BSM dice mean names doesn't always work. That's an 18.
You're pretty fucking sure this has happened to you before.
He won! I'm blaming him! I am just going to take it. I'm just like, I think this has happened, bitch.
I was like, hey Clem, you want some? Oh wait, that's fruit. Never mind.
What are you offering me? Hold on, I'll eat fruit. I've eaten fruit before.
I don't know, whatever fruit we might have, or food we might have grabbed along the way.
If you wanted food, there's
Mhm.
there is a depending if you want fruit, it's like a mangoes, lots of mangoes.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm like, the player was like, well, I think I've got like 3 mangoes here.
Oh, I'll take a mango.
Cool. Let's chuck a mango at Clementine.
I will eat the other fruits. I am more powerful. Luckily, this isn't a citrus, so I don't know what it's saying.
This isn't cannibalism, we swear.
It's not. It's different. Anyways, bygones be bygones. Pranks be pranks. You guys ready to go? I've been waiting here for like an hour. I want to go.
Yeah.
Uh, sure. You want to get on, or you want to ride in Neela's mount?
I'm gonna gesture to Moof. Like, I have my own companions.
Oh, hi, Moof.
Moof goes, woof.
I've seen you. Don't try to eat Nugget this time.
Moof is staring directly at Nugget.
Mouth watering just a little bit. All right. Well, Neela will let you go. Neela's probably already let you go, but you're like slick now. You almost beat the DC. I will say.
So close.
And you were very close. You were 2 off. And you will essentially ride all together or side by side to the train port. Is there anything you'd like to do right now?
So, Pyra, how's life?
Oh, working in a bar, beating people up, setting things on fire.
Are you setting the people on fire?
Not usually.
What are you setting on fire in a bar?
Bars happen to have a lot of wood and gestures at my hair.
Have you tried?
I've singed a couple of the low beams.
It's kind of weird that we all have weird hair, actually.
What do you mean weird hair?
Family resemblance.
She says that she hugs you both with her hair.
Yep.
Weird is a bad.
I don't know what you're talking about on the weird hair.
I guess cool hair is a better way to actually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yours isn't cool. Yours is, the opposite of cool because it's hot. Get it? But she says the but out loud.
Just sort of do the thing where you lick your finger and then put it out on something hot. I just do that on my hair. It just goes.
She gives you a very good laugh because she is essentially 2 dads and has been around them for her entire fucking life, which has been hundreds of years. So, has she been immune to dad jokes? No, it's gotten worse.
She's gonna make the dad joke next.
Exactly. So you are waiting for the trench lady to show up. It takes a little bit of time. You do get a few looks because I mean it's quite common for at least Pyra, for you at least you some followers, especially those who study under the god of war, Artway, they know who you are. They know he has a daughter with her hair on fire who's also a giant. Like they're aware. And then there's also followers of Kushi who are they're staring directly at their god.
Yeah. We're a weird bundle.
Yeah, and so like y'all would notice people are standing up straighter. They are more attentive. They're looking like they're doing their job. And
I pose slightly and try not to look like a slouch as I eat this mango.
We'll take this mango and eat it.
Oh!
And eventually the train will show up. And when it does, you both get, against your wills, get pulled into a very firm hug by the hair, and then with 2 pairs of strong blue arms pulled against you. I seem to have forgotten to also explain that Kushi is a flesh warp.
So many arms for so many hugs.
So many hugs.
Yes, you will always have a minimum of 2 arms wrapped around you for a hug.
We'll get a hug back. I'm not a coward.
Yeah,
I'll hug her.
Same.
Amazing. So you get your nice hugs, and she squeezes you tight, but not too tight because she can kill you. She could kill you right now. But she doesn't. And gives you like a nice little wiggle and goes, you need to take care of
Of
yourself
course, I'll
now,
keep Pyra
okay?
safe. Get just
And
pat
if
Pyra.
you need anything,
The side.
pray.
Just pat.
Small,
Yeah, no,
small,
I'll keep Clem safe.
small, like puffs of smoke
Yeah.
appear.
I like shake my hand off before it catches on fire.
And you enter the train. She will see you off essentially.
Hmm.
And so the train itself, you know where to meet Zipporah. You know it'll be in the coach area of the train. And essentially these trains are giant and double decker, and you will be sitting at the lower level, the central level. There are no how am I gonna say this? There are no like separate rooms or anything per se, so you can see everyone around you, and it's not too busy this time. And you very clearly will see Zipporah sitting with a giant fox. Why don't you describe how you look, Hoshi or Sparlock?
So currently Hoshi is in her human form, so she looks fairly plain. She just standard, like I said earlier, kind of short, mouseish looking woman, very vibrantly colored clothes, and kind of plucking out on a Sami-san. She has black hair and just kind of a wiliness about her that you wouldn't imagine just seeing her from a distance.
And as soon as you two approach, Torag just will look up and give you like a wave over, so you know where you guys are sitting. And for reference, your seats are quite large and spacious. You guys have leg room, but you are facing each other, so it's like two to one side, two to the other side. I will say, Hoshi, where would you like to sit? Would you like to sit beside Zipporah or across her?
I probably beside. Yeah.
Beside. All right. So, you two come over. Are you both sitting?
Dibs on the window seat.
Yeah, I guess you gotta have a window to open just in case it gets a little smoky.
But I'll take any excuse you give me.
Well, this
Yeah, it's
one
fine.
looks like they can take care of themselves. And are you a plant?
Yeah. Are you?
Hi.
I don't think so. I've never considered that before.
I'll give you a wise nod and be like, I'm glad we had this discussion. While I take a seat.
Zipporah will
Yeah.
just chime in like, "Oh, Hoshi, you can't ask people if they're plants." My apologies. Clementine, yes.
Yes, it is a pleasure to see you. Meet you. Did I meet her before?
You would have known about her as, I believe. No, you've met her, right? We agreed on the crazy daredevil shenanigans. Yes. So you would have met Zipporah before. She would have come to you probably while you did not a lucrative, one of your fucking stunts. That's for sure.
I did some dumb shit, pulled it off. She was like, "Hey, you want to do a mission?" And I was like, "Do I?"
Do you want to describe what dumb shit you did?
Fuck, I have to think of that. What's
I could always do it if you
do it. Give me a dumb thing that I could have done.
It was the dead of night. The crowd was growing as you were essentially on the street like a hobo, and you said, "Watch me shoot this coin." And the man whose coin this belongs to went, "She can't hit that coin. Nobody can hit that coin." And then you won a bet, flicked it, and you shot the coin, and then the coin bounced and hit the guy. He didn't die, but it hurt.
I love it.
Yes.
Exactly.
You definitely got a few tips that day. You got a few fans that day. Everybody knows the fruit that can shoot.
I love that. But yeah, I will very politely be like, "It is a pleasure to see you again." Just take my seat. Tell my companions to take a seat. Tell Moof to not eat the chicken.
The mouth waters, but they are well trained, and they look away.
They look away respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on
Moof is sitting underneath. I do not think your feet reach the bottom the floor.
They do not, probably.
You're a lot smaller than that. So Moof Moof would be right underneath where your feet would be, essentially.
And, like,
Sitting.
Minerva's probably sitting like on like the top headrest area because she's a very big bird. Minerva is a lot more well behaved than Moof Moof. Minerva knows the chicken is off limits. I will simply eat later.
Yeah.
Wait. Is this her? Is this the fruit that can shoot?
So you've heard of me.
Oh my god, you really gotta get a better nickname.
Oh, you can't give me shit. You don't even have a cool nickname yet. What rep do you have? The barkeeper? The person that does barkeep? Yeah, come back to me. Then we can talk.
I've sung some songs about you. They weren't the greatest songs.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Well, yes. Hoshi, what kind of songs were sung of the fruit that can shoot?
I'm not going to even attempt to, but she's going to sing this song with like terrible rhymes. It was obviously written by a lesser bard.
Do you want to make a performance?
You fool. I'm going to applaud anyways because I have fans and that's all I wanted.
If you make, you don't have to sing it, but if you can make 2 bad rhymes, give me like 2 lyrics or something. Give me 2 lines in general of the song. I'll give you like a bonus.
What type of shooting are we doing? Is it like a crossbow? Is it a gun?
It's a gun. It's like a handgun.
So it'll be about the gun and just having some fun. And shooting some loot.
That is a terrible rhyme. I love it.
Roll a performance for me.
That's still like a 22. Cause
all right. You're doing this. You're playing your Sorry, what was the instrument you had again?
The samisen.
Yes, the samisen. And then just as somebody kind of like comes by, they just hand you like 2 copper.
It's a bribe for her to stop. Yes. I'm kidding.
Yes, and they give you a nod and go support our artists, and they leave.
That's a note, everybody. Pay and support your artists.
Yes.
I'm looking at you, whoever you are.
The specifics.
Ryan.
Yeah, fucking Ryan.
We're watching you, Ryan.
Yeah.
We know you don't pay your artists.
Ryan's sitting here.
Ghosts of your mistakes.
But yeah, you get 2 copper out of that. Random one, and Zipporah just nods like, oh, you have songs. Yes, poetry. This is Clementine and Pyra.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm the cooler sibling.
Literally.
And metaphorically, you know what I meant. I'm sticking by my statement.
Can you turn into a bear?
Do I need to? Do I need to turn into a bear to be cooler than you?
I don't know. Bears are pretty cool.
I don't know. Shooting stuff's pretty cool. Shooting a coin out of the air is pretty cool.
Really, like, out of the corner of your eye. And Hoshi, you can just watch this straight up. You see Zipporah take out this, like, little black book, and she's like, sisters, question mark, a bear, question mark, like, just... Like, she's not saying this out loud, but you can totally tell by the expression. That's exactly what she's writing, or thinking at the very least. And then goes, so I believe I owe you all a little bit of an explanation as to the job. Yes?
Yeah, that would be nice to know a little bit more about what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah, like, I do it anyways, but I kind of want to know it.
Yes, of course. And I will say, when to back out, this is just a fun free trip to Shang for you all, you lot. And I cannot get into specific details now, but I can definitely give you a lot more. You're okay with this? And she looks at the 3 of you.
Yep, tell us what you get.
That's fine with me.
Well, you see, my employer and my associate right here, Hoshi, and she gives you your forearm, like a little pat, not like hitting you or anything like that, like a gentle tap. And goes, they're both quite eccentric is the wrong word. You're both very interested in historical artifacts, I would say. Yes, right, Hoshi?
Yes, yes, very much so.
And essentially, this run is would be a bit of a delivery. We're taking an item and bringing it back to its original owners. Essentially, you'll meet more of the team. There are about at least two others who have opted to travel alone or were already at the site. So you will meet the rest of the team in a few days, I would say, along with your employer. As for the specifics of the item, well, it's old. Yeah.
How old? Like old as shit or old as fuck?
Old as balls.
Really old. You can see, like, because she's knowledgeable about archaeology, just Hoshi's eyes roll so far in the back of her head at that particular description.
Actually, because I don't think I got a chance to straight up shoot it in your DMs, Hoshi. So it will you would know a bit more about the artifact, for sure, as Zipporah kind of went to you, to essentially bring you along this time around. You and her have worked together before. You know that she's an information broker, and she likes to come to you when it looks like something interesting has been found, or some good references, essentially, or how am I going to say, what is the word for? If she wants to appraise something as well, she would come to you. You tend to know quite a few things, being an archaeologist yourself, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes. And so this time, you know that the item is native to the land of Shangdu, and specifically, it is wanted by one of the cons there. And of course, she promised you the same things. You guys will all be paid quite well, and she's paying for your trip there, essentially. So she kind of picked you up, and you came along, right?
Absolutely. And I'll fill in some of the blanks as well, since I know a little bit about this artifact. And
Oh, you would also know that this artifact is ritualistic in nature.
So it is old as balls.
That was great.
Old as fucking balls.
We're both right.
Yes.
Its exact details, it will be on display, actually, at the Museum of Shang, the National Museum. But only for a little while before it goes back up to Shangri-La. And she kind of looks a little bitter when she mentions the Shangri-La. And technically, you would know Clem, but if the rest of you would like to give like a recall society check, for straight up history in this case.
5.
17?
17, yeah.
Did I roll or do I just?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Hey.
So for you, Pyra, you just go. You don't even notice it's bitter. You just kind of go, cool places.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, this is a map.
Yep. Turbo.
and Hoshi, for you, you know of the cultural divide between lands that were once unified. And you specifically know more about the museums, essentially, and you know that Shangri-La likes to essentially keep a lot of old ancient things that don't belong to them. It's a status thing, and their museum is the equivalent of the Smithsonian. Smithsonian? Yeah, I said it. I think that's how you said it.
And there's nothing I like more than taking a rich person's status, especially when it's unearned, down a peg or two.
Yep. And actually, you would also be aware of what you're stealing, because I believe stealing, but fuck it, yes. What you since you keep up to date with these things, you would know that it is a scepter of sorts, and it was God, I'm thinking of the word. It was one that was essentially, it showed up several times in ancient texts and imagery, and it was perceived to be perhaps long lost. It gets a little muddled in your memory over here. You can't tell if it belonged to a high priest or priestess, or if it was just passed down, but you do know that it was used in so many different rituals, old ones too. So this is a piece of history, and it is clearly, it is, if it made it all the way to Shang, it is clearly stolen. And for you, Clem, you're fucking from here. You don't know much about the item per se, but you know the history of Shang and Shangri-La. Shangri-La being the once capital of the nation of Shang. And then it floated into the sky and became independent. And people really don't like that. Not the forced independence, but rather like the crazy aftermath. You know how it affected the Underdark, turning it into the Crystal Mountains, which you just saw, actually. And you can actually continue seeing as you look out the window. You're surrounded by crystal.
Not rocks.
Yeah, not rock. Well, rocks, yes, but you know that this is crystallized mana. You know that this is all magic, and it gets very dark sometimes, like quite literally, and to the point where the lights just kind of turn on inside the train, and you're like, electricity, wow. But if you look out the window, it is pitch black, and the best way to put it is, yeah, it's just dark. It's darker than the night sky, because at least the night sky has stars. This is just darkness.
Is this regular dark or magical?
You don't know.
I have dark vision,
actually-
so I will be able to tell. If I just can't see through it, it's magical.
It's not really that. It's more so, if you look out and you try to find like a horizon, you can't find it. That's what I mean. It's as if you close your eyes. It's just that. And then it'll get bright again. Magic just kind of shoots its way through the crystal. And it illuminates really the edges of the crystal, but not what's inside it. Not like in Glitter Wall, where it was just a fucking pride flag.
The pride flag is gone now.
It was
There's no more
bright.
pride.
Yeah, it was bright, and it was illuminating everything, and it was beautiful. And you're surprised that it wasn't cooking you actively either. It was, see, that's magic on magic on magic. You know what I mean? But this, when you look out into it, it's void. It's a little fucked up to think that people used to live here.
Yeah, that's mildly fucked up. By mildly, I mean very. But do I have like all the prior information as well, that, you know, like the steal stuff that's not theirs and put it on display like it's definitely theirs?
Yes, you would know about that for sure. You don't know anything about the item per se.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty much what you would know. You don't know much about the item, but you do know that if it's going from the Museum of Shang and going up into a museum in Shangri-La, or some rich bitch's home in Shangri-La, more likely, you know that's just a thing they like. It's quite elitism up there. But they're also a floating city. So, like, what else?
So yeah, sure. I'll look at this wonderful lady who I'm so sorry, I'm really bad with naming her name.
Zipporah.
Zipporah. I'll look at Zipporah and be like, so the vibe I'm getting for this is stealing something that's been stolen, or taking something that's been taken, and, you know, returning it, right?
Yes.
Bet I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, I did promise to keep that one safe, so yeah, I guess I'm in.
You don't have to keep it safe, but come on, think about it. It's like,
I mean, look at you.
To be fair, I like taking people down a peg, so
I think we'll get along fine.
I didn't even get to the part about paying you all.
I mean, I expected money would be exchanged at some point.
Yes, of course. No one's worth their shit if they can't pay for it, honestly. Yes, you will be paid handsomely.
Yep. You heard it here, people. Pay your thieves.
Yes, pay your artists, pay your thieves. You'll be paid pretty well. If you fail, you will still be paid. Don't worry about bail.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes. I doubt you'll die, but
Yeah, I should definitely avoid that. My dad will be very cross if I die.
well, what's the point of an adventure? A grand double heist, technically, because we're stealing from thieves. It's like super stealing. What's like the
Mm.
super? What's the point of like a cool super stealing he's without a bit of risk, a bit of danger, a bit of death?
I mean, jail. Yeah, sure. I would personally like to avoid death, but I think we'll be okay.
Technically same, but like that just means it's gonna be more blood pumping, you know?
Hmm.
Oh, I'm down either way, so like, oh, now I'm excited.
If you die, are you technically like juiced? I've always wondered this.
No, I think I just returned back to the Heavenly Mother, like I'm supposed to.
I think being juiced would just be a way to die.
I have
Yeah,
blood.
I guess so.
I have blood. I don't have juice in my
there are blood oranges.
my blood's not juice, I don't think. No.
If we prick you, you do bleed.
I'll hold my wrist out for you to do it.
Once again, out of the corner of y'all's eyes, you see her take out the black book and just can bleed.
Can I like prick myself with something to show that I can bleed?
Yeah, I will not dox you any hit points or anything like that, but like you prick yourself with maybe a knife, or you ask for Zipporah's pen, and yes, you bleed regular blood. Do you taste it?
The pirate doesn't.
I will, yeah.
And you
Like,
suck on them fingy. It's a little sour.
Content warning for drinking blood.
Yeah, all you did was lick your fingy, and you went, sour.
Yeah, no, if you see it's regular blood, I lick it off because it's kind of sour, but no, I bleed. You wouldn't juice someone with blood, would you?
Have I heard of some creatures like are there vampires in this world?
Yes.
Or something the equivalent of?
Funicula.
I would give
Are-
Funicula a stroke.
There are, yes, there are vampires and things of the like. And for fun, just give me a recall knowledge. I want to see. Just give me a society check. Give me just a society straight up.
And Pyra has moved Nugget into her lap. She's just petting the chicken.
Can I roll for Boof to bite the chicken?
So
Yeah.
that is a 26 to just start listing the creatures that will juice you.
Okay. Well then you get you get into it. You're like, oh yeah, there's vampires, and then the forms of vampires and their families, because they're into blood, and they would totally make a good smoothie out of Clem. The Aswang would be like so into that. You go in, you list. And then you even go, oh god, like when you think about it, you're pretty sure you've heard of other spirits and the like totally juicing leshies. At least that's what you're pretty sure they do. You're pretty sure you've heard of some of giants and of the like just grabbing a bunch of leshies and just
In fact, do I remember? I do have this music box. Does it have any songs that I might be able to make it play?
Oh,
that would be
God.
appropriate.
Yes, you could. I think actually what I'll do is just roll a performance, just general performance. As you like wind up this music box in your hand. And for the rest of you, it's a very pretty box. You're like, "Oh, box."
Damn, I didn't know people ate leshies. That's kind of weird.
That's like a 15. That's a really low roll.
It's a little roll. And so the box comes out. If I'm correct, this is the one with the beautiful angelic voice, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And for the rest of you guys, you still hear this beautiful choir almost of this enchanting voice singing to you. And it just says something like, from the top, make it that's wet. Get a bucket and a mop some wet. And it just goes, and you're like, huh, that's the wrong one. That's not the right one. Oh well. Do you keep it playing?
How much? No, it's something musical that I've just failed at. I'll be like, oh, that's the wrong one, and close it like I'm embarrassed.
Yes, because too much more, and we have to worry about copyright strikes.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't gonna sing. I was probably gonna have like a good Christian woman. I don't know. But yeah, no, your song instead of harrowing doom just went with harrowing copyright.
Wait, Aki, I have to ask, what stage of fruit is my hair in right now?
So you did, but like roll a d6 to see how many fruit you have.
Let's see how many fruit I have in my hair right now. I have 2 fruits in my hair right now.
All right, you got 2 fruits that are ready to eat in your hair.
I mean, I don't have blood, but do you want like can I just offer like a hair? I will be like, I'll just like, I'm not gonna pluck it yet because then like you have to eat it. But I'll just like, hold up my hair a little bit, show the fruits. Like, do you want like a hair fruit? They don't have blood in them. They're just regular oranges, as a snack.
I have mangoes. I'm good.
I mean, it would be something to add to songs about the fruit that can shoot.
Hey, don't be shy. They're just regular clementines. I'm gonna pick it. Does it say anything to me as I pick it and hand it to Hoshi?
Yes, because you have the thing that lets you talk to your own fruit, right?
It can talk to any citruses or citrus like adjacent plants. Yeah.
Mother, why have you forsaken me?
Yes. Your hair will say something. Your hair will say, citrus fruits are kind of a berry with a tough, leathery rind, known as a hesperidinium. A single citrus plant can give as many as 300,000 flowers, but only 1% of those flowers. Oh, that's a mouth.
I will pat the fruit on the head and be like, your time has come, and I'll give it to Hoshi.
And of course, Hoshi can't hear anything, so
Yeah.
it just screams in the middle of its little. Are you thinking about Mama Shiba
Yes.
by any chance?
Yes. It just goes. Yeah, no. It realizes there's a mouth, and it'll probably just start screaming. Very help me, no.
I am used to this.
As you chew it, you hear, please, just kill me. And and the fruit gets eaten. It doesn't die right away because it's all fruit, and you just bit its ass or something. But
warning for I don't even know what to tag that as.
sentient eating. I don't know.
Vor?
Yes.
Oof.
Don't worry. After like the first like chomp, it'll die. But like,
If you peel it, does that like snap? I don't want to go down that path.
Don't worry about
That's
it.
a path I don't want to go down. Please.
Don't think about it. I'll think about it out of character only. But I will offer the last one for her if she wants it.
Oh, good. Were you offering it to me?
You said you had mangoes. You said you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You cut off at the beginning, so I just heard offer to somebody if she wants it, and I'm like, no, good.
yeah. Well, Zipporah will take it. Are you gonna listen to this one too, or?
Yeah, I want to hear what it says. I mean, I don't have a choice. So yeah, what does it say?
It says the largest tiramisu ever measured was about 897 feet and 3 inches, and that's another mouth. And it dies. No real scream. It came to its fate. It accepted it.
This is Clem is just like watched this with a smile on her face, like I can hear this, but this is fine. I'll ignore it.
Clem is that little girl who smiles and the house is on fire in the background.
I feel like this has happened enough times that Clem is just kind of desensitized to it. So if any of you all cry for help, I will still be desensitized.
But we don't know any of this, I assume.
You do not know any of this. And for the record, Zipporah is peeling her clementine before eating it. And even then, she's like she got a little dainty knife, taking her time. She's like got the capabilities of when you can keep consistently peeling like a fruit and it just becomes a long peel, but it never breaks. It's that in her hand, and then she takes her knife and she's cutting it open very nicely and sweetly. Nobody can hear a thing. She's just enjoying it. It's surprisingly very sweet, actually, the clementines. It's very nice. It's very refreshing. You don't get any bonuses or anything from it. It's just a good fucking fruit. And Clem, you hear the cries, screams.
Nice!
As they slowly die down. And, of course, die.
Everything must die eventually.
Yes.
Wait, no, important question. If I can hear their spirits, do they go back to the Heavenly Mother as well, or?
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. You just forced me to make things sentient, motherfucker. I don't fucking know. Does that mean they keep coming back Has your hair oranges even? Like, I don't know. But yeah, there you go. That's what's happening.
Maybe-
That's what
maybe one
happens
of
to the
them-
people that own museums.
Maybe one of them will come back with a fear of oranges simply because of their last fate.
They come back allergic to oranges. Okay, shit. Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Essentially before quote unquote night falls?
I have one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I roll for Moof Moof to try and eat the chicken?
You have to command Moof Moof to eat the chickens. You have Moof Moof because you are a Beastmaster. So they
Damn it.
listen to you.
You're right, he's too responsible. He can't do something against my will. Never mind that.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna spend time with Nugget, communing with nature as a druid does.
Are you talking to Nugget, like as in speak with animals type, or are you just like spending time
No,
with
we're-
Nugget?
Just spending time, I have probably like a bag of like seed and stuff, give them some of that and, pet their feathers and, look out the window.
I will say when it gets very dark, and it doesn't always get super like it doesn't always get dark. There is magic essentially, so you can see sparks of it flying through and whatnot, and that makes
Mm.
it better, the trip. But I will
Mm.
say sometimes there's a constant darkness type of vibe, and whenever that happens, you do notice. All of you would notice like the animals specifically sink in a little bit. Minerva would probably just at some point come in between you, Pyra, and Clem, just sit somewhere else where there's other people and where she feels safer. Same thing, you might have Move come up as well when shit like that happens. In Nugget's case, Nugget sinks further into your lap, like it dissolves its neck just to spend more time. Or not spend more time, but to be closer. They are clearly bothered by it
Mm.
because it's unnatural, maybe. You're not sure. It's also just fucking dark. So, like, I mean, shit.
Mm. And then just by the glow of my
Yes,
hair.
and so they'll stay, they'll chill. You're warm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is there anything you'd like to do, Hoshi?
Hoshi's just going to sit there quietly, twiddling. Yeah, not much of anything in particular.
Right. Okay. So, at some point in time, your bodies essentially feel tired. You are also served a meal, and it is you're served your 2 meals. My bad. I said it was morning. So don't worry. You definitely had a lunch. You've definitely had a dinner. It would have been a bit more on the It would be like a good mix, actually. You've seen some stuff from like Shang. Like they would have given you some like chow chu baos, which is like barbecue pork buns or buns in general, just filled with meats and whatnot. Just
Stop, that's like one of my favorite foods. Fuck you.
Mine do. They would have given you buns and whatnot, things like that. Tea for sure, y'all would have had. Just basically nothing that requires you to have like fancy utensils and stuff like that. Just something easy and not so, I guess, messy or demanding. Nice and light. Same thing. Lunch, dinner, and eventually you will fall asleep. There's not necessarily much going on the quote-unquote coach levels besides like you watching people occasionally walk back and forth or go to the bathroom or chill and whatnot. There's probably like you could probably ask an attendant to like bring cards out if you're really that bored, but yeah, stuff like that, and eventually fall asleep and snooze, and I would like y'all to roll a perception for me, mostly because I don't have your sheets out, so I can't do a general.
Alright.
I got a 26.
I fucking got a 19.
17.
Okay. Then it is just Glenn.
Stacked! Let's go. I see everything.
Yes. It was close. The best way to put it was very close. Or not on Clem's side, I mean for other people. Now Clem, you're sleeping pretty soundly. You got your animals beside you, despite the openness, because it's a little bit awkward to fall asleep like on a bus or a train, a public one, when you're not necessarily tired and done with life and commuting. But you're by the window. You have a constant source. You're pretty comfortable. So when you wake up, or rather, something kind of stirs you awake. You feel maybe something brushed up against your face or your hair or whatnot. And at first you think, God fucking damn it, Pyra. How big are you? Do you need all this space?
Come on, move, get out of the way.
The answer is
Then
yes.
you crack open one of your eyes. You see a tall, dark cloak, a figure really, in front of you. And therefore in front of Zipporah, blocking your view, but you see them.
Doing anything suspicious at the moment? Actually, I can't ask this, Clem. I need to whip up my gun. Yeah, I don't ask. I don't ask. I'm just gonna take out.
Well, it was good knowing you, Clem.
I'm just gonna take out my gun and be like, kick Pyra awake. Like, kick Pyra in the side.
Pyra, you've been kicked. Now I will allow you to choose.
Nudge.
I will allow you to choose to wake up if you would like, or choose to punch back. You're in your sleep.
I think it's more Pyra to punch back.
Clem, you kick. Pyra groans and gives you a whop. Don't worry, you're not gonna lose any hit points, but I want to let you know you've been smacked.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna aim my gun at this stranger and see what, like, if he does anything suspicious, I'm just gonna shoot him. Is he doing anything suspicious at the moment?
Very small, subtle movements. It's very hard to notice. It is dark, and this person is also wearing, like, dark clothing.
Okay, so I, Tick, know it's a bad idea to just shoot this man. But Clem,
Especially in a cramped train car.
yeah, like, I know it's such a bad idea to shoot him, but I tried to wake up Pyra.
I was used to people trying to, like, wake her up, so all she does is punch.
Oh my, I don't know if I want to draw his attention or not, if I should get a sneak attack. I mean, I guess, everyone else is, like, still very much asleep, right?
Yes.
Can I insight check this man before I debate shooting him?
Yeah.
Is that another perception check?
Yeah, that's perception.
Alright. Oh, that's a 24.
Well, you've heard of burglars before.
Okay, I'll shoot him. I'm sorry. I'm just like, this is such a bad idea. I should wait. But I'm like, no, this is the Clem brain now. I'm shooting him. Should I make an attack roll?
Yes, please.
Alright. So I'm going to try shooting him. Do we have hero points?
Yes, you guys will all have 1 hero point.
Okay, that's not actually bad. That's a 27 to hit.
Yep, you hit.
Alright, let me roll the damage real quick.
I guess we're all awake now.
Oh yeah, and your ears are ringing.
Yeah, it just does 1d6 piercing damage, so, like, it doesn't do a lot of damage what I have right now, so, that's 3 points of piercing damage, which is actually, I need to, like, no, it's 4 points, so it's 4 points of piercing damage from a gun.
Heavenly Mother's glorious bosom.
I shot a man!
Alright. You have awoke.
Yep.
Your ears are ringing, and the best way to put it is, when they say, do not scare someone awake? Well, that was a loud fucking noise. Y'all are startled. It was right in front of you too. You might be a little panicked at first when you wake up because it's a sudden, like, you're like, holy shit. I would say you, Pyra, you're probably like, you jump up awake, like, you're ready. You're like, who fucking yeah. But, like, your ears ringing. Your arms, though, ready to punch some. And the person you shot, Clem, they clutch their shoulder and they like move back and they're like, ah! And Zipporah also wakes up and she goes, ah! Because someone's screaming at her.
I was just like, ah, we're all screaming, why?
And from around you, you can't really tell right now necessarily because y'all are kind of all over the place. You hear, they shot Tony, and I'd like you all to roll in.
Oh my god! Yeah, I shot Tony. I'll do it again.
And please tell me, are your animal companions in this fight?
No, I will essentially, like, when I've stood up, the chicken would have been yeeted, and the chicken is going to hide. So yeah, I got a 26 again.
Could you tell me, if your animals are in this or not?
I can only use one of them, and I'll say Moof Moof is in it.
Moof Moof is in it? Okay, good to know. Alright. I just wanted to double check some stuff.
I got a 6 initiative.
Clem, what is yours?
I got a 28, I say, as I'm trying to get this thing to do a thing.
Okay, cool. So, the guy you just shot...
Oh no.
So, for reference, because y'all are sitting and you are faced essentially side by side, kind of in front of each other, I will say you're about 5 feet apart from each other. And there is a long walkway that goes essentially like front to back kind of vibe. And then beyond that is another passenger seat with other people potentially. And as y'all are kind of coming to, you definitely can see that there are 2 guys in the front side and 2 guys in the back side. So if you were to get up and out into the middle, you would effectively be surrounded. And does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind
Are
of.
they so is it behind us and in front of us, or are they just to either side of the aisle in front of us?
Behind you and in front of you.
Okay.
Yes, I will give you guys a little reference while one of you guys does your moves, because I realize I should have probably prepped a train if that makes sense, just for you guys. But yeah, the burglar that you just shot clutches their arm and then turns around at you, Clem. And Clem, you can see thoroughly in their hands the little black book that Zipporah was writing several times.
Oh, you whore.
And you see they will straight up book it.
I think.
Anybody with attack of opportunity, please let me know if you do.
I do not. But yeah, you should. Tick. You should definitely have an attack of opportunity.
So, okay.
Fighters get that for free at level 1.
Yeah, so, quick question. I technically shot him. My gun's technically empty. Can I still pistol whip his ass?
Yes.
Okay, so is that just a fist attack?
Yeah, but I would say you could add your proficiency, your weapons proficiency or whatever to it. Just because a gun is a weapon. It's an all-purpose weapon. Getting hit in the face or anywhere really by essentially a wad of metal hurts.
Alright, so will you just let me use the hand crossbow modifier for it then?
Yes.
Alright. I don't think I'm gonna hit him. I got a 23.
That just hits.
Oh
Even
shit,
with-
alright.
Yeah, even with their nimble dodge, that hits.
Oh damn, okay. Do I just do 1d4 bludgeoning?
I believe so, and then I think you can also add your strength to it.
So 1d4 bludgeoning.
Yes. Yeah, yes.
That is 3 points of pistol whip damage.
Thank you. And you basically just whack his ass really hard. They're like, ah! You shot him in the arm. They're like, ah! And you shot him in the ass, and they're like, ah! But they're running. They would get quite a bit, essentially, quite a ways away from y'all. But they're still within line of sight. You just have about 2 guys in front.
Okay.
Y'all will do a hot sec. I'll just really quickly doodle something for you so it makes remotely some sort of sense.
I mean, I've been on a lot of trains, so that's how I'm imagining it.
Yeah, it's if you've been on a train, it should make a lot more sense. But just in case, I'll do something for you.
Yeah, on Metro, I think that's a little bit of a different beast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you still have seats on one side and an aisle through the middle, because that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, but this is like a overnight type train.
It's a bit of both, really.
Mm.
Don't worry.
Also, how much space do we have?
I would say that 2 of you could easily stand in the walkway with no problem.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So a bear.
A bear would work, yes.
Cool.
I will not deny you your bear.
I have a couple of forms. I was trying to decide bear or because I also have canine and I have a cat as well. It'd also be a deer, but it doesn't really seem. Deer moves fast though.
A deer does move fast. You would essentially be bulldozing.
Yeah, because that's Pyra's goal. She is just going to try and catch.
Oh shit! Did I almost delete something I shouldn't have? Yes, the answer is yes.
Yikes!
Delete the bad guy so we win automatically.
Sorry for the wait. Aubrey, you're gonna have to cut this out.
Yeah, it's just of the what I normally cut out, and honestly, truncate silence that Audacity has makes it so much easier because all of this stuff just gets shrinked down, and then I just cut it.
Considering the amount of times I've said words Aubrey's gonna have to cut out, you should be the one apologizing. I'm sorry, Aubrey. I love you so much.
I'm just please, can we just not call anything horse?
I'm sorry.
On the podcast.
I will go with bitch instead. I apologize.
That's
dearly.
much better. That one's better.
My brain immediately goes because I've been hanging with friends and I'm like, haha, bitches, but not the word bitches. And I'm like, damn, I gotta not say that on a podcast.
Oh, it's fine. I just know it's a word that squicks some people out. So
I know.
I try to avoid it.
Yeah, I should very much be more avoiding of it. I do apologize. You can place me in jail.
Okay, bam. So basically,
Mm.
the colored boxes, as they are side by side, are essentially seats, and the little space in between the colored boxes, that would be like, it's not accurate, but that would be kind of like where y'all are facing each other. So one's on one side, the other's on the other side, and then
Yep.
the seat is attached to another seat row like that. You
Mhm.
do have, like I said, you had leg room and whatnot, so the spaces are obviously much bigger, and y'all
Yeah,
can still kind of
and
walk
it's-
through.
And it's like the two groups of seats, they face each other, and then another two groups of seats face each other.
Yes,
And then
yes.
another two. Cool.
And then the middle one that is not colored, that is your walkway. Like I said, two of you can easily fit side by side together like that.
Mm.
A bear can take up that much space too, or something like that. You know, just that works.
Mm.
But you guys have plenty of moving room, and in this case, y'all where y'all will be sitting. So pretend you're centered somewhere.
Mm.
Two would be two bad guys in the front, quote unquote. Two bad guys in the back, quote unquote. None of them are in the seats. There's actually other passengers that have woken up and are now like maybe hiding.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's what's happening right now. Bandit went first. It is Bandit number 2's turn. Bandit number 2 sees their buddy, sees you guys, and Bandit number 2 is just like, "Hi, I'm ready." And will run kind of in front a little bit. And actually, no, they're not gonna run there. They have ranged attacks. They're just gonna shoot at you, Clem.
Nice. Don't do that.
I forgot I roll.
What did you roll, Aki?
Well,
Nah, 20.
Do you take constructive criticism?
I forgot I roll.
At least you're leaving Moof Moof alone for now.
Yeah, I am. Ooh.
Alright, stab me.
Yeah. So it's 34 total.
Okay.
Does that crit?
Yeah, a nat 20
Nat
is an
20.
automatic crit, so yeah. A 34
That's-
would crit.
That's true. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I'll roll well, and I'm so sorry.
okay. I mean, at least we get the killing of the Aasimar out in episode 1.
It's just like Blood of Kings, Shambhala Mini, killing off Tix Aasimars.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, you knew what was gonna happen when you brought this character back.
Let's bring her back to the grave again.
Jesus Christ. I get, because it's a crit. I get the. Oh shit. I'm so sorry.
How much damage do you do?
I'm so sorry.
How much damage do you do?
I get 20 piercing. And I don't have the critical fumble deck. Would you guys like to use the critical fumble? Or
Yeah, sure.
I can open up Forge, so we can roll on the critical hit deck.
yes, please.
Sure.
I said fumble, I meant hit.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
dead, luckily, because I have a lot of health.
I
but-
mean,
Shut
we'll
up,
see
shut-
what
shut the
we'll
fuck
see
up.
what the deck
Fuck
brings.
up.
I can attack you like at least one more time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So sorry. I at least we know I'm consistent.
Very consistent.
So, can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
I just realized one of my things, I had to use an action to enter it, and I assumed it's just something that I had. Before I shot that guy at the beginning, can I say I entered my stance that lets me shoot people at close range?
Yeah, I'll give
Okay.
it to you. You
Thank you.
saw him first. You technically had time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It's like enter the
Boundary.
point blank stance, then just shoot him. Because I was like, right, I need to enter that. That's a stance.
Critical hit deck.
I swear to God, if you pull the fucking forward save, I will kill you myself.
I will not allow the one hit KO.
And it's
yet.
piercing.
It is
Okay.
piercing, yes.
Okay. So it is a shoulder wound. Until healed, the target is clumsy 1 and enfeebled 2.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
Yes, please. I'm so sorry, Dick.
You should be able to input conditions up there, and that will actually affect your sheet.
Alright, let's see where I can do.
Conditions is, if you're using Wanderer's Guide, it's right next to your HP. You hit the little button, and you could see clumsy, and then enfeebled.
Okay. Enfeebled is like you take negatives to strength based. Thank God I am a ranged fighter.
Including damage rolls and athletics checks.
Yeah. So clumsy 1 is dex and enfeebled 2 is strength. So like it's only
Yeah.
affecting me on the clumsy 1 scale, luckily. Shot through the shoulder.
Yes, and Okay, you got shot through the shoulder. It's an arrow, so you can tell you were shot through by like a crossbow, and it fucking hurts. It's probably still stuck in there, and you're probably gonna have to deal with that later. And then you see the guy just try to like reload, and then he takes out and he tries to shoot you again, and this whisks by you. It hits the window, and then it bounces off the window.
Well, at least somebody enchanted those windows.
Oh yeah, you thorough. That's all I have to say. Thorough
Mhm.
fucking things. And now it's your turn, Clem.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my first action to reload, and my second action, as the kids like to say, to get his ass. I'm gonna actually aim for the guy who's how far away is the guy that's running away from him?
I will. Oh, he ran.
Well, it depends. He probably ran into the end of the train, I assume, before he ran out of movement.
Like, is he
Yeah.
within 60 feet? Is my question.
Depends if he took all 3 of his actions to move, because it should either be somewhere between 60 to 90 feet.
I will say he's actually yes, he is. He is 60 feet away from you
Okay.
because technically he took another action to do something else.
All right. So,
And also, you can aim past 60 feet. You just take penalties.
yeah,
Yeah.
I actually, with the stance that I'm in, I get bonuses if I stay within my attack range. So it kind of helps negate the fact that I was fucking shot in the shoulder. So I get a +2, but then a -1. So it's like it's better than it was, kind of. I'm just gonna shoot him and see what happens.
Yep.
All right, come on, dice. Fuck. That is a number. Let me do math. That's a 27.
Oh, that hits.
Nice. Okay. Let me roll some damage. Just like,
You are hitting the guy who ran away.
yeah, I want to shoot him with my gun.
All right, shoot him with your gun.
All right, please, gun, do a lot of damage. Ooh, I got max damage. That's 7 points of gun damage.
7 points of gun damage. Thank you. So despite a wounded shoulder, you know that you are still, as the kids say, ripe. So you shoot, you shoot the fucker that ran, and you get him in the other shoulder. Just like, oh fuck, just more. You're really hurting this one guy, and he really feels attacked.
As he fucking should.
Mhm.
And I guess for my third action, I do want to tell Moof to get his ass to just, go beat up some guys. I want Moof to enter combat. I'll use my third action for that. Because he is
And then
not clumsy and enfeebled.
Yeah, and Moof goes right after you. Correct?
Yeah, alright. So I think he
Uh-huh.
gets 2 actions? Question mark?
I believe animal companions get 2 actions. Yes.
Alright, so he has a 35 speed. Is that enough to get to someone?
If he uses both his actions, you'll be like right on him.
Uh,
Technically, it can be in front of them as well.
can 35 feet get me to one person? Or do I have to
35.
use...
Do you? Oh, I thought you were chasing after the same guy.
Yeah, because I'm like...
35 feet is more than enough to reach in any direction. So either in front of you, and the guy ran in front of you, so there's 2 more guys in front of him, or behind you, where the other 2 guys are kind of surrounding you guys.
Okay, because I feel like sending Moof off on his own to pursue someone where we don't know how many people are down that way is a bad idea, so I want to use him to pick off who's here. I care more about my animal companions with my brain cell than myself. So yeah, I want to bite one of the people sort of nearby that I can get to that's already injured. I think there is one that's already injured.
No, there isn't. Y'all just so far you are the only one who has done damage consistently to the same.
I mean,
Alright.
you're the only one who's gone yet.
Yeah.
True, right. Alright, I'll bite one of the nearby guys then. I guess whoever's closest.
All right. So please roll to hit.
Alright, Moof. That's a nat 20. Yeah! So that Moof does more damage than me.
I believe that also the critical hit gets rolled.
Hold on, that's a bite attack, so let me just roll all this damage. Does everything, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, do it.
That one doesn't have an unarmed on it, so it's just the double damage.
So I rolled really good. That's a 16, so it's like a 22 points of damage. With a bite. Why is Moof better at fighting than I? Moof does 22 of piercing with a bite.
Moof does what?
22 points with the crit.
Amazing. Oh, son of a fuck.
Why is he better than me?
All right, so Moof sees you get shot at. Moof does not appreciate, and so Moof You guys see this fox. What kind of fox is Moof Moof, by the way?
I didn't think about that.
You furry! You fake furry!
Yeah, it's such a fake furry.
I'll say silver fox just because, don't worry about it.
Alright, fine. Silver fox. You see Moof get up, and essentially jump, like hop from seat to seat, not riding, but like just so swift, so agile, and you hardly hear it land. And then the bitch just neumes right on the guy who shot you, specifically his face, and just bites down and shakes it about, and his face is essentially getting so fucked up by teeth, and he's hurting. And I believe that is the end, right?
Yep, looks like it.
Amazing.
If I shoot this guy, I get like a bonus, but like other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, okay, then it's Pyra's turn next.
Cool. So Pyra is going to. Am I already standing, or do I need to spend an action to stand? Or because like technically, it's like an action to stand and like move. Like I think it's like half movement or something.
Yeah, I'll say something like that. Technically, you are prone. You guys were asleep.
Yeah. So yeah, Pyra is gonna do that. Get up and start running, and as she does, she is going to wild shape. It's probably like imagine start on 2 legs, end up on 4 as she becomes a bear.
Yep, and you've got space.
Yeah.
Are you going to attack the people at the front or the back?
I'm going to probably start. So, how close are the people that are attacking us directly right now?
Get in within about 15 feet, yeah. Both of them. Both sides. It's just, do you want to attack the ones that have been injured already, which is the front, because there's 2 people who are hurt up at the front? Or do you want to attack the people who haven't been touched at all, but are surrounding you at the back?
I'll go after the people that are surrounding us, I guess. I can't, unfortunately, attack this turn, because it is 2 actions to wild shape. But now there's a bear that's on fire that's in front of them.
Oh, yeah, you're in front of them. You're lighting it up, for sure. People can see now. Y'all can definitely tell the people who are not involved in this are hiding underneath their seats or huddled up as close as they can to the walls. Just giving you guys you and the bear, as much space as fucking possible.
Ooh, cannot wait to use that 2d8 plus 5 piercing damage on somebody.
Make sure you hit.
Hit like Moof.
Bandit number, ironically, it's the 2 bitches that are in front of you now. It's their turn. And there is a bear that's on fire in front of them.
Yep.
And so they're just like, and they pull out and they pull out like little short swords, and they're just ready, and they will attack you. And because it's the next 2's turn, I'm just gonna roll, if that makes sense. Just gonna fucking roll and tell you which what is what. But for me, what's your AC?
My AC is, as a bear, 25.
Because it's 2 back to back, right? Only 2 hits.
Okay.
From the same guy.
One guy's like, I can't hit a bear. The other one's like, I can.
The first guy is he's like, bear, let's go. Like he's ready. And he pulls out his sword and he whacks you real good. Like the first 2 times. Okay? No crits. For obvious reasons. But he gets you good, I'll say.
Yeah. For how much damage?
I will roll the damage right now. Just to make this God, what is that? Sorry, I'm double checking something.
Wait, Aki. Aki, can I suggest something? Because I just remembered a specific type of fox exists.
Yeah?
Can I change them to a fucking Tibetan sand fox?
I think I know what you're talking about. Just
hold on.
I seen it in a meme. Yeah, you can have it if you want. I'm not gonna stop.
Because I was like, I should make this cool. Then I'm like, wait, no, these exist.
The meme, yes. Yes. I was like, you're talking about the meme fox, right? Yes, you can have it. The face, I love it. That's Moof. That's Moof. Okay, so this is the both attacks together. Okay, so the ones that hit. It's a total of 23 piercing.
23 piercing damage. Yeah, okay,
that's both hits.
Well, there go my temporary hit points. I actually only take 13.
You don't poof back to a human, do you?
Nah. My temporary hit points are just extra.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to.
Yeah, the only way to is to knock me out or wait a minute.
Okay. So that happens. And he's like, yeah, and he hit you twice and he hit you good. And then the other guy goes, ah, and he takes his sword and he wiggles it like a stick. Like rubber pencil, basically, but with his arm, and then you just like bite a little bit, like forward, like and he goes, ah, fuck, just he's back, he stays behind. You're a bear that's on fire. That's enough for him, and it is Hoshi's turn.
Yep. So Goon 1 is off in the distance. That Goon 3 and 4 are in back of us. Goons 2 and 5, how close are they to each other?
They are right beside each other. And how far away from them are you? I would say about 15.
Okay. So Hoshi gets up and looks very annoyed to wake up this morning and is just like, just go to sleep. And she will cast sleep on those two goons. And a number of people within a 5-foot burst of them that aren't our combat allies. So I assume she probably gets like one of the scared people hiding under a chair too.
Probably.
And that's a DC 22. What's that?
Fortitude?
Will saving throw.
Will save. Yeah, I was like, it's either fortitude or will.
Okay. And really quickly, I just updated where the goods and stuff are, just for y'all. And then you guys can kind of, I guess, it's not accurate, but you can kind of guess where you are. Okay. Will saves, you said. I'm sorry.
Aki, what did you do?
They both critically succeed.
One critically succeeds, the other rolled a 19, so...
Aki, did you take constructive criticism?
I'm sorry. This is just me with dice.
Stop using dice.
That's alright.
If it helps, the regular people are asleep. I'm sorry.
Okay. Apparently they can still make perception checks to wake up when things happen. So I'll have to keep that in mind. But it's only a first level spell.
Oh, okay. How does your magic look when you shoot out this sleep spell?
It doesn't look like anything. It's just she's very there's something in her voice as she just kind of waves at them, and it's very calming.
Well, yes, and they hear it, and the regular people, the ones who were cowering in fear or confusion, just drift off to sleep, but like not a horrible, uncomfortable position. They look at peace, and not dead.
At peace with their impending death.
Just at peace with the whole situation. They're like, okay, well, sure, like that. The two goons though, one of them looks at you and goes, "No." and the other goon just yawns, which then makes the goon who said no yawn. He goes like, "Oh, fuck you." Just like one of those things, because yawns move.
He's not actually tired, but yawns.
Yeah, he just yawns.
And for my third action, I will turn to the giant bear and be like, "You got this!" And inspire courage. So that should get everybody, including... actually, I guess our fox friend is a little bit out of range if he went to the other side, or right in range if he went to the close side.
Oh, right in range, the close side.
Move.
Technically, the only way for Moof to not get it is if Moof used both actions to get in front of goon number 1, because then it would have been like an extra 10 movement speed.
Oh yeah, and I'll also take advantage of my lingering composition, because that's the thing you always do.
Yep. So just make the performance check.
Versus your...
It's like a 26, 27? 27.
I'm pretty sure that's just a regular success.
Yeah, it's a regular success.
So that means you don't have to sustain it for about 3 turns.
Is that including this turn?
No.
Okay. And that'll be
it's because you cast it at the very end, right? So it doesn't work like that. Yeah. I cast it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like a idiot.
I would say that like it starts like your next. It doesn't count this turn as the first one because you wouldn't sustain it until your next turn.
Well, now that I know this, I'm gonna stop doing that in G&G. Or not G&G, this is G&G. In Blood of Kings, there you go.
I think it does include this turn because it says on a failure, the composition lasts 1 round, but you don't spend the focus point. So I think the 1 round is the default. So 3 rounds would be 2 more after this,
Sense.
which is enough.
Yeah, it's enough. All else fails, like you should have 2 and go nuts. Or just sustain it however you want it. But that's it, right, for you?
Yep.
Goon 5 sees that there is a fox. I just realized they were super chill about it. No, one of them has a fucked up face. That's the one who yawned, actually. The fox is definitely on the floor now. Like, not like fallen and dead or anything.
Mhm.
That's the one with the fucked up face, and he's the one who yawned too, and he's like, shit. Goon 5. What will Goon 5 do? You know what? Goon 5 sees a bear that's on fire.
Yep.
And will probably run to it to attack. So 1 action to run with the sword going and you'll or 2 at you. And I don't think that triggers an attack of opportunity, right?
Roof does not have those.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just make my rolls once again. Only 1 will hit you.
Okay.
It's just above your AC as a bear, and nothing crits, of course, or critically fails. That's just this. I'm horrible. That's 10 points of damage, piercing. As you get. Oh God, you were flanked. Fuck it. Pretend. I'll just use what I have. And yeah, 10 points of piercing damage.
I mean, that doesn't add any extra damage for you.
I know, but like technically the other one would have hit too. But I already called it, so it's fine. You get whacked in the back, in the bare butt. Yes, the bare butt. Bata. And back to the top of the round. Bandit 1 neumes into the next train car, essentially out of sight. And you hear Zipporah in the background going, "Took my book."
He sure did.
Get that fucking bastard. You know, you just.
We're trying.
Yeah, that's it for him. Bandit 2's turn. Bandit 2 got clawed at by a fox. The fox is in combat. He's gonna attack the fox.
As it be.
With a short sword.
Okay.
Now, please tell me, what is Moof's AC?
What did you roll?
I need to know first.
His AC is 22.
22. Alright.
Well, Moof, it was good while it lasted.
Stop! He has a good amount of health. Probably not going to get crit to death yet.
2 attacks will make it.
Okay.
Will
How
land.
much damage do they make in total?
I will roll that now. No crits, by the way. No crits.
Thank God.
Yeah, nothing above, like nothing in the 30s. But there was a 27 and a 22.
Okay.
Oh, that's the wrong dice. Look, and I rolled relatively low for the damage too.
Wait, quick question.
Yes?
Chad, does your Inspire what's-its thing affect AC?
That's Inspired Defense.
Damn it. I was like, I know you can like combine them at one level. I was like, wait, it's 22 without that.
Wait, yeah, I don't. Yeah.
No, both of them. hit.
Don't have harmonized yet.
You didn't.
It was a level 7 thing that is straight.
Yeah, I forget levels. I was like, fingers crossed, but now the 22 hit then.
Came in level 6.
Mm.
I know this because we're level 8 now, and I have Inspire Heroics, which means I give you more. That much I know. And 14 points of piercing damage to Moof, as this guy just wails a couple attacks on him.
Okay, is that for both of them?
Yes, yeah, that's a combined damage.
All right, Moof's living.
Good. And now it's your turn, Clem.
I don't like that this man hurt my my animal companion. So I'm going to use my first action to reload, and my second action to shoot this bitch.
As you should.
As I should. So is he within? How far is he from me? About
Like 15 feet.
Okay, is that within penalty range, or is that like?
I don't know. I don't know what's your range on your gun.
It's the weapon I'm using says 60 feet, but I'm not sure if there's like a close range penalty.
I am unsure as well.
Because I know point blank is bad, but like that
Point blank is. I know that point blank is literally right in front of him.
Yeah, I think it's within melee range. It's considered point blank.
Okay, so I do get the bonus then.
Like it's literally don't worry too much about like distances and stuff unless you're wielding a longbow. This is the only time it like really matters.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Okay, I just get bonuses if it's within my regular attack range, which is why I'm just like, Ari, I'll take it if you let me have it. So I'll take it. All
Your
right.
damage output sucks. Take it.
Yeah.
Fuck! I did not roll good. That's like a 22.
You should have gone with like a light crossbow or something, so you get that D8, and then because the light crossbows have.
I might ask to change it in between because I didn't do much.
They also have like extra stuff too.
I mean, you will be able to shop next episode, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
say gun
switch it
upgrade.
out.
Yeah, gun
Switch it.
upgrades. Anyways, you still hit. So
Holy shit! All right.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
D6 plus 1 damage. Let's go.
yeah, go for it. Roll your dammies.
I got max damage again, so it's another 7 points of piercing damage. And for my third action, I am going to tell Moof Moof to keep mauling this man.
All right, and it's Moof Moof's turns next. So please roll that fucking damage.
All right, let's roll to attack. I think first attack is going to be Jaws. Second attack is going to be Claw because it has Agile, but does a little bit less damage.
Yeah.
So first attack. Okay, that's not that good actually. That's like a dirty 20 for the first one, or 21 if it's plus Chad's thing.
21 hits.
Okay, thank you, Chad, for my life. That is 12 points of piercing damage. And the claw, let's roll that. Jesus Christ, moves off the shits. That's a 27.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, and this one is slashing damage. And it's 9 points of slashing damage. So 12 piercing, 9 slashing in total, as Moof does more damage than I do consistently.
Moof is fucking this guy up. He got 2 whacks in. Moof hits like a truck though, and it's just getting him like in between the legs and whatnot. And this guy, it's literally a wonder that he is not prone yet. He is not lasting. I will give you. Moof is done. It is Pyra's turn.
Cool. So I'm going to spend my first action to rage.
As a bear would, yes.
Yes. And it's like, I get even more on fire. And my like fur takes a little bit on like a brassy tone, as in the brass dragon that my rage comes from. And I'm gonna roar and essentially try to maul the guy right in front of me.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Zippora didn't hire Clem to hire Clem. She hired her for Moof.
Well, that's a 33.
You crit. Okay, fucking what? Okay, yeah, sure. Roll that critical hit, right? Because you crit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then tell me how much damage you do. Do you care which one you hit? Because technically you have Goon 3 and 4.
Just whichever one hit me.
Okay, then that's 3. Goon 4's like
they are slowed 1 until the end of their next turn. So it's going to be 2d8 plus 9, which will be plus 18.
Shit. Continue.
So all the furries are carrying this, what I can tell.
So it's 31 damage.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh god, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Look him up. He is still standing though, and I believe you have one more turn.
Yeah, one more action. I am just gonna go with that. Just follow up my bite attack with a claw attack.
Yeah.
And that is 22.
Hit. Continue.
Cool. That's 13.
Barely.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that is all your turns, correct?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yep, it's your turn. All right. The guy, the burglar, the goon in your arms next, or not your arms, in your teeth, is next, and he's just like fucking squirming around, and the people that are there that are still awake, they're like, okay, because you're fucking him up, and he will take a stab at you a couple times. He rolled a nat 1 on one of them, so critical fumble, and it is with a short sword, so that is piercing. It's also a melee attack, if that counts.
It's damage type. Yeah. So that is a armor slash. So he deals the normal damage to his armor.
Okay. Oh God. Okay, so the first.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm gonna flavor text it because the other hit
Uh-huh.
did not hit you. It almost did. It did not. So he's in your teeth, and he's fucking panicking, and he's all like squirming his arms around. He swings his sword to hit you, and it bounces off of your scales, and it hits him instead, and he gets it in his shoulder. And he's still standing, but he's like, fucking fuck, just cursing away as
Yeah.
he essentially stabbed him. And then the fourth sees this going on, sees his friend like this, and realizes that he did not sign up to fight a golden fire bear. So he's gonna book it. Technically he's engaged with you. Do you have a attack of opportunity, or are you good?
Sadly, I do not have an attack of opportunity.
All right. So he's going to book it. He's going to use like all 3 actions to fucking run the other direction. So into the next cart, out of sight. But he's running away. Unless you guys would like to go after him, he's technically out of combat, I believe.
He doesn't have the book. We don't need him.
Yeah. So just in case, I'm gonna put it I'm not gonna cross him out entirely, but I will have him just kind of marked a bit. Because you know what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna be running. So unless someone actively pursues or continues to pursue, I'm just gonna within the next round. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Hoshi, it's your turn. Barlock, return from the war and be unmuted.
You're muted.
Can't believe-
I'm so used to my push to talk. I forgot I muted.
Okay.
Is there any way I think they can get off the train?
Like you or the people or the burglars, I should say.
The burglars, yeah.
So, yes and no. That's the best way to put it. Yes, they can essentially run, find like a hatch up top, which means they gotta run upstairs and then climb it up. That's one way that they can do. Or they can just run all the way to the back, where essentially the back door is. Now,
But the train is like moving, right?
the train is moving. The train is constantly moving.
Cool.
And if you do recall knowledge on the trains, physics and shit like that, maybe you'll get some. The train is constantly moving, though. And I will say, you guys are technically moving through the Underdark Mountains. It's dark.
Okay.
So, just out of straight up guessing, and your best bet is they'll probably just hide rather than jump off. The train and with the fire golden bear is safer than what is outside.
Okay, that's the important bit, because I'm curious how much you would prioritize the guy that's running away.
Yeah. And that is the guy running away at the back. The guy running away is going towards the front of the train. And I would say y'all are about in the middle cart type of vibe. So it's like technically there's no real way out from the front of the train without going through the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, Spell, I will I'm thinking way too much. I apologize.
It's okay, spellcasters.
Yeah, I will take one action and I will shapeshift to my hybrid form, which in this case means I grow a poofy tail just out of nowhere. And it's like really strange because I'm wearing, like traditional like what you would expect a musician to be wearing. And as I shapeshift and gain a tail, like the tail just kind of pokes its way immediately out of my clothing without like there being a hole there or anything. There's suddenly a hole where there was no hole. And just because I want it, I'll also get little fox ears. Because, hey.
Nothing is stopping you. You are your own legend. Continue.
I am my own legend. And for the rest of my 2 actions, well, how about, because it worked so well for Groon last time I tried something like this, I will take a look at the guy that's flanking our bear and be like, naughty, 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 and cast Agonizing Despair on him, which is a will save once again.
All right, let me roll that. What is the DC?
DC is still 22.
All right, then he fails it. Not critically.
Awesome. So that is for Icing Despair. He takes 16 mental damage and is frightened 2.
Ooh.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, because it's only level 3. Yeah, so that's the right damage.
Could someone really quickly tell me what's frightened do again?
Frightened is
It subtracts from everything pretty much, including your AC.
yeah.
Oh, yes,
You
yes,
take a
yes.
status penalty to this value to all of your checks and DCs, unless stated otherwise.
Okay, thank you. I was pretty sure that's what it was, and it's a 2, right? Because it's frightened 2.
Yep.
Mm.
So
Thank you.
this turn it'll be -2 on everything. Next turn will be -1, and then he'll be back to normal.
Okay, thank you. Regardless, it's his turn next. Oh wait, no, you still have one more.
No,
move,
that was
so-
3 because the transformation, gaining the tail, took an action.
I see. Okay, I didn't know that took an action. And then your spell was technically 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so you see him like after you cast that spell. Do you want to flavor text it, or are you good?
Yeah, she's a bard, so she's just everything is like a little gesture, a word here or there, and sheer force of will.
I love it.
There'd be a song, but her summoned instrument has disappeared.
Valid. And so you see Goon 5 essentially just hold their head with both hands and just cringe just a little bit before snapping out of it, but not really. You can only think about maybe what he saw in his head or heard. Maybe it hurt though, that's for sure. It hurt quite a bit. And well, he'd like to smack this bear who's fucking up his friend. Or at least companion. And I don't think he's slowed, but he's fucked up in different ways. Oh god. Oh, sorry, yes?
I was like thinking, and I'm like, I have intimidating glare. I could just turn around and glare at him as a bear.
Yes, you could, but it's fine. In fact, he fails critically on the last hit. He failed all 3. Just whatever that mental damage did to him really fucked him up for a bit. He's hesitant and sloppy. And the last one is a critical fumble.
And he is dazzled until the end of his next turn.
And he just
he has to, anytime he wants to make an attack now, he has to get over a DC 5 flat check to even see somebody.
Jesus Christ. And just he gets a little too close to the flames, particularly where there's a spot of golden scales, and it just gets him right in the eye, and he's like, "Oh, please stop!" His hands are back. His head is back in his hand. Goon 1, back to top of round, right? Goon 1 is effectively out of combat for now. They've run far off enough. They're in the other card. You can't see them. Will they return? Up to you. So I'm just gonna put a little X there, right? Not crossing out, just an X. I believe it's Goon 2's turn, who's all kinds of fun, and he's gonna kick a dog, like he's a fox. Not actually kick. He's gonna make his attacks a fox. And he's not slowed or anything, right? So he gets his X.
Damn, unfortunate.
What was the AC again?
22. Please don't crit my fox.
No critting on your fox. Only 1 lands. And there is no critical fails.
Thank God. Okay.
Just regular fails. But one attack, 1 hits. The first attack hits, which for bitch ass damage for like no excuse me. Oh, actually, I forgot the plus is relatively high, so 7. Damage on Moof Moof. And
Moof lives.
Yeah, Moof lives. And then he just keeps missing. Moof is way too fast for this guy. And it's your turn.
It's the sand fox face is distracting him.
Yeah, he's just so fucked up. His face is like messed up. His legs hurt. Everything hurts. And it's your turn.
So I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing this entire time. First action reload, second action attack, third action tell Moof to keep getting his ass.
Valid.
It's been working so far.
Yeah, if it's broke, don't fix it.
Moof seems to be better at this than I am, so let's roll to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I have actually rolled really fucking high. That's that's like a fucking 34.
Oh shit, you crit. Okay.
Nice. All right, let me roll some damage.
Just in case, I really need to ask, are you doing lethal damage?
It's a gun. I think I am.
Okay.
I have not learned mercy yet. They're gonna meet the Heavenly Mother. That's like almost max damage. So that's 13 points of gun damage.
Do you want to do this?
I kind of just
Headshot.
maybe he raises his sword to attack Moof Moof, and I headshot him in that moment, so he falls back, and I'm like, Moof.
And you do it. You deliver a headshot. He just flops on the ground beside sleeping passengers.
At least they're still sleeping.
And he is no more. Essentially, I believe you have. Oh, you're gonna reload and tell.
Moof Moof. Yeah. I reloaded, shot, and I'm telling Moof Moof to continue attacking. That's like my cycle at this point.
All right. So where's Moof Moof going?
Is there someone right next to the guy that's now dead?
Behind technically, is Goon 5, who is trying to essentially flank Pyra unsuccessfully.
I mean, Moof Moof will go. Wait, there's one guy that's like almost dead, right? That like Pyra's got a grip on, right?
You have to go past that guy, Pyra, and then he's at the back. Best way to put it.
Okay.
I mean, Moof Moof could probably do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 35 movement speed, so yeah, I'll do that if there's any attacks of opportunity. I'm sorry, Moof.
I do not think they have attacks of opportunity, no.
Okay, so I'll use the first action to go to the one that Pyra's mauling, and the second action to bite him. Get their ass, Moof Moof.
Yeah, you reach the one that Pyra is biting. Please roll to attack.
No, Moof Moof! With Chad's +1, that is a 21.
Just hits.
Ooh, Moof Moof. Thank you. That's max damage. That's like 15 points of bite damage. That's
Is
15.
it lethal?
Let me check. I think it is. It doesn't say no. It just says 2d6 plus 3 piercing. So
Do you want to make it lethal? This is your choice. You are technically in control of your animal.
Moof Moof chooses violence. Yes, I'm going to bite this man's ass to death.
Okay. And then once again, you guys see Moof Moof run from the seats hopping and then just swan dive to this guy's face and ends it.
This is the one that I'm still attacking?
Yes, and you
Yes.
of course see it. You know what Moof Moof looks like, and you can let go and it won't be an action or anything like that. You're just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
All right. It's your turn, Pyra. The one in your
Cool.
mouth is dead. So you drop
Cool.
him. The other goon ran away. In front of you essentially, so you can choose to you can technically choose to chase after 4 if you really want to, or you can deal with the bitch behind you, or do other things.
I'm going to first action look at the guy that's right behind me and intimidating glare. And so I was demoralized. So and I need to make an intimidation check against his will DC. Which is his will DC is will plus 10.
Yep.
And that is a 21.
You just made it.
Cool. He is his regular success. He is frightened 1. And so for now, it's just like I'm going to intimidate him, frighten him, and then I am going to take off after the person who stole the book.
All right.
Just lumbers a bear. So I move 60 feet with my 2 actions.
All right. So I will say you are out of that cart and you have moved into a new cart.
And just sniff.
And you burst in as a golden flaming fire bear. You freak out a couple people who just at the noise, they're like, huh? And then they look and go, ah! Because lights, right? And it's not God. It's a bear. And I will say at the very, very like front, you can see like they're just about to leave into the next cart. You see Goon 1, so you know it's about to be a pretty nice chase, you would think. But that is the rest of your turn, correct?
Yep.
All right, good to know. Hoshi, it's your turn.
I think the bear can take care of themselves. So we have one
bear can take care of itself.
very terrified goon left to us, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
extremely so.
And I have
Agreeably.
one free turn, so I will first 2 actions pick a random piece of like somebody's luggage and telekinetic projectile it at this guy.
Minerva.
You're telekinetic projectiling it to the goon?
To the
5?
goon, yes.
Yes, okay, good. Smack him.
That is high. That is a 30. And he is at -1 currently.
Technically, do
Well,
frightened stack?
31. They
You-
don't stack because they're the same status. I did it.
Okay.
Well, he would have gone back up to 2, I think, wouldn't he?
No, it
oh.
doesn't overwrite, unfortunately.
True. Yeah, it doesn't.
Either way,
But
it's 31,
I don't think the
right?
bear would know. Yeah, 31.
No,
Yeah, that's a crit. Critical.
Awesome. I
was too busy reenacting the Revenant.
I don't think I've actually crit in and that is at least 6.
It should be, yes, because telekinetic projectile.
Oh wait, but in Pathfinder you actually double, so 3d6.
Everything is double.
Yep.
I just usually roll and then just double everything.
Plus spellcasting.
Yep. Aubrey, I need the critical hit thingy.
Yeah.
36 points of
Fuck.
luggage damage.
Yeah. Funny Bone. The target laughs uncontrollably until the end of its next turn. While laughing, it is slowed 1 and can't use reactions. I'm thinking it's dead though.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Almost. He's just so confused.
he just I mean that kind of makes sense with the despair and the bear, and I'd start laughing too.
You technically have one more action.
I do have one more action, which is the reason why I brought my tail out. I'm gonna swish my tail at him and send a little bit of static electricity his way with Foxfire. And what's the penalty for a second attack?
Technically, they're both magic.
They do have the attack trait, so they are considered attacks for the multi-attack bonus.
Then I don't know because I've never had a multi-attack for magic before.
Tick. What's the penalty for the first attack or the second attack?
For non-agile
Um,
weapons, it's a -5.
It's a -5, -10, or a -4, -8.
Yeah. I don't know how that applies to magic, but I suspect that would be.
I think it applies the exact same way.
Then I
Yeah.
guess -5.
So that's a
It hits.
Yeah, it's very hard to actually do more than one damaging magic spell in one turn, but it happens occasionally.
Yeah.
and that is 3 electricity damage.
Still up. Just barely. And it's his turn. And he's just gotta sit down, actually. And just gotta give up. Please don't kill me. I'm so confused. I can't fucking see. I'm just gonna he drops whatever's in his hands. He puts his hand up and he's just like, please stop hitting me. I don't know I don't wanna die here. I don't wanna die in the dark.
Off in the distance, you hear the roar of a bear.
Yeah, his hands are up. And that's it. That's all he's doing. He's sitting there. And it's back to the top of the round, but I will give someone a free action. That's Zipporah. And you're going to hear a very loud voice, Aubrey, as it's quite literally thrown at you, this sound. And you hear, bring that bitch back alive. I need to question him.
I mean, that was Pyra's plan. She was also not going to murder the other guy. She was just going to knock him unconscious with her paw. So that's her plan, is to not murder these people.
Yes. As for the rest of you, the original cart, Zipporah's definitely up and at it, and she's looking at the two that she flat out murdered, and is shaking her head, and then she's looking at the one who gave up, and is essentially shooing you both off. Just go.
She's like, God damn it, why'd you murder them? I'm like, that's what I do. I have a gun. Guns are not good at non-lethal damage.
You have a choice, and I will remember it. Continue. It is Goon 1's. Goon 1 will do what Goon 1 does best. Run away! And they're out of reach. So they're running. And you don't see him anymore, Aubrey. Clem, it's your turn.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna attack the guy who gave up, because that's just poor taste. He's giving up.
Is it?
No, yeah, that's poor taste. Clem doesn't do that. Clem will shoot people that are fighting back, but not someone who's given up. So, how far is move?
Can be right at you real fast.
Okay. If he is just right at me, do I have to use move action to get to him?
Yes, you do.
All right, so I use my first action to get to move. My second one to get on my mount, I can do that.
Yeah,
and I guess the third action will be go after them, because I have ride. I can just succeed at commanding the mount to ride.
yeah. And then it's Move's turn, and Move, I'm assuming, is going to move its full speed.
Moof's gonna book it.
All right, so, Aubrey, you see Move essentially use your back as a spring to jump off, and Move is running once again, hopping really on top of the seats, and occasionally on some passengers' heads, just hopping off of them as they chase after the goon one. It's your turn.
Cool. So, going to start moving, and as a free action, I am going to dismiss wild shape. So, like, as I'm moving, it's suddenly coming from, because literally there's no difference between. I actually think I'm faster as an elf than a bear. So, and like as I'm running, turn back into elf and just like stumble slightly, but just keep running. Still on fire. Still raging.
Okay. And that was a free action, and you're just like what?
Mhm.
You're just
Gonna spend all 3 of my actions chasing this guy.
Okay, so you're definitely you're in
for
the other
90 feet.
you're in the other cart. You still see the guy.
Yep.
The best way to put it is the guy kind of like turned to see if you would still chase him, saw you, and he turned back. They're still running, but like you get what I mean. It was like a full spin. And it is your turn, Hoshi.
All right. Can you hear me, by the way?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. So Hoshi will turn to this slightly less frightened guy, since he no longer has the frightened condition, and look at our benefactor and be like, don't try anything. She's worse than any of us. And use the, what do you call that? The demoralize on him.
Okay.
Frightened again.
Honest to God, just take the fail. Like you'll take the L. He's not. You guys fucked him up mentally. He doesn't have much left in terms of life. He has 5 hit points left. He knows what's going on, and honestly, you specifically, Hoshi, would know that. Zipporah, let's just say Zipporah's fists they're hardened, not with age. So you may do as you please.
So I will take my other 2 actions, because I had to say something. He might just think she's
valid.
a little old lady. Take my other 2 actions to book it after everyone else.
Okay, now here's what we're gonna do to speed things up. Yes, high speed train chase. Woo! And you are running through. I'm assuming y'all are just gonna keep dashing and dashing and dashing. And honestly, that's what you're gonna have to do to catch up with this guy. And he will run all the way up to essentially the front of the cart. You guys are making a bit of a scene as you're running past, waking some people up, because opening these carts is like essentially you guys are slamming it open. And one of you is hopping on top of people's heads. And then you have like this pretty fox person going, "Excuse me," running.
And then it's a giant fire woman.
Exactly. You guys are waking people up. And then you make it to the front of the train, to which you see Goon 1 essentially hold a crossbow in front of the conductor. The conductor. The other who is there to help him is essentially looking at you guys, but the hands are up. It's just regular civilians, And he's waiting patiently for you, and he sees as you guys kind of enter together. You guys know what the front of the train looks like, and as a reference, it looks nicer as it goes along. And you do occasionally see stairs that lead you up towards the double-decker areas, and the double-decker areas you can only assume is even nicer. However, you're at the front, and the goon.
He's got a hostage.
Yeah, he's got 2 technically. The other guy is not gonna make a fucking hero move here. Okay, this is a regular dude. Probably has a wife, 2 wives, 8 kids. He got mouths to feed, a dog. No, he can't. He especially can't die now. He's got a dog. So oh no, he's not gonna do anything. And meanwhile, the one he has hostage is like 6 months away from retirement.
Oh, no. But at least it's not he. At least he's not a day away from retirement, because then he would be dead.
Oh yeah, of course not. 6 months.
6 months. 6 months is still the safe period of time.
Oh yeah, this man's pension is hitting phenomenal heights right now, and and he's got a vacation planned with his spouse, and here now he is staring down the fucking arrow, ahead of an arrow in his face, and then you three arrive, and the goon looks at you, cocks his head over to the conductor, and goes, "I'll do it."
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
Like, I want to learn, A, is he actually going to do it? And 2, does he have, like, any connections to it? Is, like, can we double blackmail him? I don't know yet. I want to see if I can perception check or learn something about the situation before I act.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not built for talking down a situation.
The dice gods have blessed me with a natural 20, Aki.
Okay. What would you like to know again?
The two
Where are
big
all these
things.
rolls on Marrow?
God, I wish. But the main things I want to know is one, like how can I de-escalate the situation while getting what I want? Is kind of like, does he have any connections to his friend who we have as a hostage? Is there anything I can like? Is he bluffing? Like, I want to vibe check the situation to see if I can find like a good way out.
He's not bluffing. He'll shoot him.
Okay.
In terms of connections and whatnot, honestly, the best vibe you can get is that this guy was paid a lot to do their job, and you have them trapped at the front of a train, stuck in a crystallized mountain of darkness. He doesn't want to do it because that means more chaos and the potential of this train going really south. You know, it's an option. He doesn't want to do it. But is he gonna do it to get the fuck away from you guys? Yes.
Can I get the vibe that he's mostly doing this for money?
Of course, yeah. That is a thing. It's almost like written on the face on why he's so persistent. The other guy you guys fucked over completely, and he gave up. Meanwhile, Dune number 4 ran away and didn't even hit. That's the best part. He just wiggled his thing and then ran. So you can maybe assume that this one was paid more.
Okay. This is a very tricky situation. Like, I take out of character, I'm sweating bullets. And
I have an idea, possibly.
Yes, Bard, please.
Oh, okay.
I
So
also have an idea, but I want to hear yours first.
I will Hoshi's a little more socially oriented, so she's gonna be like, hey, you know, we're not murderers here. Is this book really worth all this? And will attempt to cast charm on him, which may not be the best idea because he does get a +4.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
no. Have we recently threatened or used hostile actions against it? 'Cause
Yes!
he hasn't been attacked.
I shot him twice!
No, he
Oh.
has been attacked. He's been shot
Okay.
he's been shot and whacked in the ass.
Okay, yeah. So
and then you spent like a while chasing him.
he does get a +4 to a wisdom saving throw. Will save, yes, because Pathfinder uses the old ones.
Okay, and what is DC?
DC 22. So we're hoping at least less than a 32. Some regular attempts at persuasion may work.
21.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that is a regular fail, at which the target's attitude becomes friendly towards you.
Behind, like, with for Pyra, she puts like sort of like holds a hand behind her back and, you know, casts produce flame, and is just sort of holding a ball of fire in her hand, ready for anything that might happen.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you can't tell that he's smiling, as all you can really see are his eyes. He's got one of those kind of masks plus a hood up, you know, like a standard burglar, trying to be stealthy. And he just you can tell he's smiling. You have no idea who is paying me and just how much. Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, fucking, you want to see this train tip over? I don't mind it. I minded a little bit actually.
This is a terrible place. I mean, we're all friends here, right? We can
I
talk
have-
this out.
Aki, I
You
have an
shot me
important question.
twice.
Aki, I have an
You
important
woke us
question.
up. You don't like this little one in the morning. Haven't you heard? I can sing you the song about the fruit that shoots.
I know a bit about the that shoots.
There's a reason why they call her the fruit that shoots.
Aki, can I ask you a question out of character, Bill?
Yes.
So, like, technically speaking, the people that are, like, funding whatever we're doing have money, right? Like, we got that impression that they pay us.
Yeah.
And, like, okay.
Yeah.
Before I do this, I want to make sure the group agrees that this isn't a bad idea. I'm about to be like, how much are they paying you? Because I'm pretty sure we could do more if you just drop the fucking crossbow. So, like, I don't know if it's a good idea. I'm pitching it to the group because I took...
It's not the worst idea.
Yeah. We got him talking. He's friendly towards me at least.
Mm.
And
And Pyra's like, I will get ready to try and knock him unconscious, but I can't promise no collateral damage.
Yeah, I don't want this person to get shot. So, I mean, if everyone's okay
I
with...
don't either.
If everyone here is okay with that idea, I'll
Do
do
the
it.
talky thing.
there's been enough bloodshed already. This fox is really vicious. Like
I can't
I
become-
have the same ears, but I've never been into the biting people. But aside from him, we're all friends. Let's just sit down and have a talk. Maybe we can make it worth your while. I mean, because you can't spend all that money if we're all dead.
The fox has a point.
Vision?
I'm holding my idea in my back pocket just in case you guys go off the rails.
Yes. It's diplomacy, right?
Yes. Yes.
That is a 28.
See him narrow his eyes a little bit, and then he goes, well, if I don't get this book anywhere, I won't be getting paid, and I'm pretty sure I heard a couple screams in the back, and last I checked, you were a bear. So, whose blood did you actually? And I'm pretty sure, I guess.
Well, the guy that the fox is vicious. Yeah.
You keep saying that. I know that the fox is vicious. My point is, I could drop this, and then I'm defenseless, and then your fox is vicious.
The fox is vicious, but very well controlled, and we won't do anything if he doesn't do anything, right, Clementine?
Well, yeah, he's very well behaved. If I may, you seem you're very into this for the money, not for the...
Yeah.
How much are they paying you?
What, you can match it?
We have some connections.
I mean, don't you realize who you just attempted to rob?
Think of it this way. You'll still get paid. You don't have to even do the thing that you were doing. You don't have to worry about a train crashing. We want this situation to end just as much as you do. I'm pretty sure we'll pay for it.
Roll diplomacy. But what I will allow, since this has been a tag teamed effort, is y'all can pick who rolls diplomacy.
Not me. Not me.
I have a +8. I have a +8.
I have a +0 to diplomacy. Not me.
I have a plus
Okay.
12.
Please let Chad. roll
Yay, being the
diplomacy.
bar.
Yes, Sparlock, roll diplomacy. Please.
Please save our asses.
I'm going to use a hero point because that was like a
Please.
5.
Please
Yep.
save us.
That was better. That's just a straight up 20. 30-20.
We're not lying if that helps. Like, if he insight checks us. Like,
No,
we-
he did. Don't worry about it. He looks at you, Pyra, actually, and goes, get rid of the fireball first.
I will drop the spell, hold up both of my hands, showing that I have nothing up my sleeves. I don't have sleeves.
Alright. You tell the old lady that I want someone. I won't shoot, obviously, but you're not getting that book back without some form. My client is a bitch.
I think that she's a smart woman. She'd be willing to pay for, the knowledge of who her enemies are and perhaps pay a little to help you disappear as well. Because I imagine anyone willing to pay that money was a little scary. Not as scary as, out there right now, but still, I'd want to get away.
All right, you
We
guys.
understand.
You guys go back to talk to the lady. I'll stay here to make sure nothing shifty happens.
Do you two leave?
Before Pyra leaves, she'll just place a hand on top of Clem's head and just be like, you know what to do if he gets weird. And I'm going to cast guidance.
if it gets weird.
So you get a +1 to attack roll, perception, saving throw, or skill.
Nice.
Wait, how
Alright.
far away is she actually?
She is not that far away. After she did her thing, she would have been like walking back, brisk walking, like a power
It-
walk.
Is she within 120 feet?
Probably.
Message?
Yeah, I will cast message to actually 300 feet because it's level 3 now. To communicate he's willing to talk, but he wants money up front as payment for information and giving the book back.
Might want to mention there's a hostage.
You will receive back from Zipporah, who's a little bit out of breath because brisk power walking. She goes, I can pay him, but that book better be in your hands at the very least.
So she's willing to pay. Tell you what, we're friends. Why don't you hand me the book and you can keep your crossbow on me? I won't try anything, and I can help mediate.
What you'll see is he'll take out the book and kind of toss it to you, but he keeps the crossbow on the conductor and goes, "This is a lot more promising, friend." But you do have the book.
I just didn't want to make the old lady have to walk all this way. You know how it is when you're at your age. And I'll tell her that I have the book, and have agreed to help mediate. But he wishes to wait up here until our negotiations are done.
Just ask him how much.
How much she wants to know.
I want 500 gold now and 500 when I get off.
And kind of as a message, 500 gold. Okay.
Okay, now here's the fun part. You have a thoughtful gift coming. You know it's a bag of coins. Do you accept?
Okay. Yes.
All right. So you're like have your hands out, right? Because you're gonna accept, and then it feels a little heavier.
Like heavier than 500 gold.
It's heavy.
I'll just look and be like, wow. And I imagine there's like some sort of ear or tail movement that comes along with this, like a twitch. This might be more than 500. Kind of. I only have one hand, so I'm kind of ooh shiny. Sorry, you can't see me gesturing. I'm like attempting. I'm pretending like I have a book in my hand and kind of opening the top of it, like with one finger, because I have the one hand holding a book, the other hand holding a giant bag of gold.
Mm-hmm. Then what are you gonna do with that gold?
Before like Hoshi like hands it over, I just want to be like, all right, half now, half later. You're gonna drop the crossbow, right?
I'll drop it once I got it.
Can I inside check that just to make sure?
Sure.
All right. I want to make sure this bitch isn't lying to my face.
Guidance.
I have the +1. Where was this luck during the pre-finale?
I don't know.
got another crit.
We'll know it'll be gone by the time we get back to Blood of Kings.
I got another natural 20. Marrow gets no luck. Clem has channeled all of it through Moofoof herself.
Marrow's too cursed.
Marrow's like, Dewan fucking hates me, no, but Clem is loved. Clem is the fruit that shoots. Clem can get all these crits. But yeah, that's like a 34 with critical success.
Amazing. Yeah. No, he'll drop it. He quite literally just wants to be paid and kind of wants to get out of here. That is the vibe, okay? Like, y'all you guys are not really worth the trouble, but you feel like it's more like it is the money that he was promised that means more to him than essentially you guys. If he were given less, he probably would have given up, but he has been offered.
All right, yeah, I'll gesture for Hoshi to sign of the money. Like, he seems honest.
But you gotta talk to us for at least a little bit. We need to know what's going on. All right?
Fine.
Holding out the money as I say this.
But then I'm not gonna drop the crossbow. I'll point it at you guys.
But
look, this is the only thing here that has me any fucking ground. You think I'm gonna fucking talk to you? And you're not. That was a bear. He's pointing at it.
Hold on.
We were told not to kill you, so.
Hoshi, hold on a second. I mean, I'm just saying, if you do want to talk to that lady, I'm sure you could get Potentially, if you have information.
I mean, you could just point it at me. That's fine.
Bro, I'm trying to be reasonable. I'm just like,
Oh,
for this.
There's 4 of you.
Pointed at me, I'm squishier.
Listen,
It-
No
if-
woman pointed at you. Just fucking give me the money already.
Okay,
Yeah,
here
dude.
you
Why
go.
are you taking it so long?
just-
Well, negotiation. I'll hand him the money.
I'm trying to make this guy out of character. Trying to make this guy realize that he's an asset to us if he wants to talk and get paid for it. But y'all are just like cocks gun. I'm like, bro, we have no reason to kill him if he's willing to give us information. Like,
Killed 2 people in the
I-
back. One of you guys was a bear, and now you have a feral fox.
I
with
don't.
blood
I
all
don't
over
think.
it.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna tell us anything until 1, he gets the money. 2, he gets off this train.
You critted twice on what he wants and what he's gonna do. He doesn't give a shit about you guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
but he gives a shit about money.
Yeah, and you have
Yeah.
the money right now, which is the only reason why he's still here.
All right, let's just give him money then.
I thought I just did.
Okay, well
That-
you toss him the money, and he goes, "Whoa, what the fuck?" But like puts it in like his fanny pack.
I hate him.
Yes, he has a fanny pack. And like closes it up, and then he will turn the crossbow onto Pyro because you're technically in the middle,
Yeah,
and
I'm the biggest target too, so it makes the most sense.
and then he goes, "You got 3 questions."
Let's
Yeah, make him good.
let's wait for our benefactor. She's the one that's paying you. She's the one that should ask the questions.
It takes a little bit. So you hear knocking. Then you see her, and she's got her sleeves rolled up. There's some blood on, like, maybe, like, her sleeves and her hands a little bit. And her hair is up in a bun. She's kind of sweating because, she dressed to impress. And she's like, "Okay, I'm here. Is he?" And he looks. "Okay, hello. What's
he
going
says
on?"
he's willing to answer 3 questions.
3. Lovely.
Better than him shooting the conductor.
Yeah. Alright, let's make this very quick. Who are you working for? How can I contact you later? And I'll give the free one to. I really just need the first 2. And the guy kind of goes, Elia LaFork, and I'll find you. And she goes, good. And she just shakes her head and waves her hand, and she goes, "I fucking knew it. My book, please."
Here you go.
Thank you. She takes her book back. She puts it in her bag. To which you guys also notice she's like in her like in the crease between like her elbow, like the elbow bench. She had a little bag, so she was power walking with her bag, all the way here.
So have I seen her write anything actually useful in that book? Like, I know
knowledge, just like a general one. You mean like a society, I guess.
27.
Best way to put it is that you have known her long enough that she is an information broker, and her books, they've always been small little black books that she just carries around and writes notes meticulously and whatnot. So you're pretty sure that if anything, it would have information on perhaps other people, the plan ahead, what is going on, and of course, whoever has employed her or her. Basically, it's a contact notebook.
Yeah, out of character, I can't think of any relevant questions.
Y'all got one more question. You can shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Like,
This is dude, right? Not like a hot lady or anything, right?
mask presenting at the very least.
All right. Shit, I don't actually know what. I don't know what to ask either, except for like a shit post.
Pyro will just be like, "We're the ones back there, and you all of it, or is there anybody else hiding on this train waiting to go boo?"
Just
that's a
us.
good question.
Quite literally just
Good
us.
to know. Good to know.
Yeah. That it? We good?
Yeah, I think
We're
so.
good. We'll be tell the others that we're going to be keeping an eye out. You may find it easier to pay him off. I think she gave you a bit more than 500 gold there. You don't have to tell him how much you got.
You left people back alive?
We're not murderers.
I'm not making eye contact.
I'm not a murderer.
I'm not
The-
making
the-
eye contact.
I mean, the fox maybe, but I mean,
In the orange, maybe.
I'm very much not making eye contact.
Failing that one would be murderer. It's the fruit that can shoot.
yeah, she's
Well,
she's
question for you. Technically speaking, were you guys going to not kill us with swords?
I think they were gonna kind of hope that we just didn't wake up.
We weren't paid to kill you guys. And with that, motherfucker disappears. And
I know steps.
you don't hear him leave, but you hear the door close behind you.
Oh
He
my
just
God.
Batman's out of there.
Yeah, basically.
Can I check on the conductor to make sure he's like emotionally okay after being held hostage?
So the conductor who is on the side with his hands up essentially has now put them down and has been kind of seated properly, like on his lap, and he's just been watching. Meanwhile,
okay there?
the conductor who actually had like the crossbow to his face is just kind of like looking down at his hands, looking back at you, looking at the rest of you, looking back at his hands, and just going, I think I'm going to retire a little earlier. I think I bought this.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
That might be good. Are you okay? I mean, physically at least.
Emotionally, no, but physically.
Yeah, no, I didn't get hurt. Did you get hurt, Reggie? Reggie goes, no. And
Hey, what's
And,
his last name by chance?
Reggie?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Side is another one.
I fucking knew it. I hate you. Oh my god, it's a straight as old
Pyra
friend.
is just like, okay, now that that's over, she'll turn and start walking back towards
Wait, Pyra,
where,
can you pull
what?
this crossbow bolt out of my shoulder? It really hurts.
I'm gonna
Oh,
cast a 3-action heal.
It's
As you
going
pull
to
it out?
heal-
Huh?
As you pull it out because it's stuck in there good.
Yeah, I'll pull it out and then I'll cast the 3-action.
Yeah, I was about to say you want to heal it around the
Sure,
arrow.
yeah.
Okay.
No, but I'll pull it out and then I will cast the 3-action heal. I'll blast my 3rd level.
I didn't lose that much health. I just need the arrow removed.
I actually did lose about 30.
Well,
So everybody gets 16 health back.
Okay, everyone, which means
Yeah.
right. And you're leaving, I'm assuming?
yeah. And as we leave, I will soothe move. That the
Hmm.
Yeah, move.
yeah,
Move,
move
move.
is only short like 5 HP now after that 3-action heal.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I'll do a level
and
1 seal,
head
which
back
will do
to
minimum
head
5.
back to the seat. Be like, yes, Nugget, and just spend 10 minutes communing with nature and Nugget.
I'm going to give
Commune with
Woof Woof a
Nugget.
big hug, like good job.
As you guys are walking back, people are staring the fuck at you guys. And then you come back to essentially the scene, and you've seen people have been moved out because a murder happened. Other conductors and whatnot have essentially arrived, either from the top or the back end, and they kind of tell you that you can't stay here anymore because people have been murdered. They understand that you were defending yourselves, so they thank you for that. And the best way to put it is that you get moved to one of the other carts in front, not the nice ones on top. You just get moved in front. And rather than sleeping for like a while, you get questioned for a while because now they gotta know who did what did where. Are you sure you did self-defense? You know, that kind of stuff like that. You get questioned for a while. And so I would say, in terms of falling back asleep, you'd rather get a short rest or you'd stay up for the whole day, essentially, up until breakfast is kind of served. There is also an announcement over comms about the attack that happened at night and that no passengers were hurt.
Well, that's a lie because I was shot. And we were all
And
shot. But...
any of the attackers who survived are being held appropriately and watched
one?
over in the back. The one is what you can assume.
Mhm.
Technically, there were 3 survivors. It's technically still a day travel to Shang. And because we're kind of reaching a time limit, I am just gonna cut any of the potential RP, but I will let you know that some people do actually thank you for your protection, essentially.
Yeah.
Especially some of the majority of the people here are just straight up civilians traveling and whatnot, or adventurers, but not fighters. You know, that kind of vibe. Zipporah, if anything, may scold you on the killing parts. She understands self-defense, but you also have to understand who has to pay for this now.
Yeah. Pyro's like, I, for one, did not kill him.
I am the only one that killed people. I can get school.
You get a control your animals, please, like that kind of vibe. Especially when
Pyra.
we return to your employer, my employer. Control that.
Of course.
And one last thing, I think. One second, I'm just double checking. Oh yes, and a lot of passengers are also impressed with you guys. Like they let you know that they appreciate the protection, and they're also like, and you helped that sweet old lady. Good on you.
And as like they're like, oh, control your animals. Pyra's holding Nugget, and she just goes, "They're not talking about you, my sweet child."
Minerva did nothing wrong either. It's just Boof Boof who was off the sheets.
Somewhere off in the distance, Pyra, you're pretty sure you hear fucking shit was scary. But like we're not gonna get into that. But you're pretty fucking sure. Nugget is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I think before Hoshi is going to, knowing that discretion is the better part of valor, make up a song about the old lady train heist and how all of the people were captured or killed, and it was great with Pyracantha and the fruit that shoots. And specifically leaving out that the old lady was an information broker and that we let one of them go away for information. Control the story.
Yeah, I like that. Is there anything the rest of you want to do specifically before I end this?
Nope.
Nah, I think I'm good.
All right then. So, you spend your last day pretty chill. Nothing happens at night, though you are a little bit on edge, but nothing happens. And as you awake, you find it's almost as if the whole train lights up. It does wake you guys up. It's almost like sun directly in your eye, essentially, thus waking you from your slumber. And you see throughout all the windows, essentially, you have reached the Underdark Mountains. Finally, you are no longer in its tunnel system, essentially, and you can easily see this beautiful lake type. It's a large body of water, and it sparkles so quaint. It's not moving per se. It's just like clear waters. Occasionally you can see birds and whatnot fly, and you have realized, oh god, you fucking missed the sun. And just out on the horizon, you can see bustling, big cities, skyscrapers almost, along with one long tube looking that you, Clem, would immediately reckon your home. And this shoots up to the sky and straight up disappears. You have no idea how long it actually is. But as you crane your neck upwards, you see the floating city itself.
My house! I'm gonna point at it.
And it's not too long before you reach one of Shang's train ports. And we're going to end it there, as you guys have officially reached Shang.
Yay!
You did it. You did your high-speed train chase. You lived. You morbidly ate fruit. You showed that your animals do hurt people. Like, all these amazing things. Yay! And next time, we will have 2 more people, I believe.
I love them.
But do they love you?
One of them.
Big question.
Eat your clementines.
Eat your clementine!
Hold on. Alright, I'll do the ending card. Well, thank you everyone for listening. This has been Aki's first time running something for Goblets and Gays. As you can tell, she's been doing wonderful so far. A little round of applause. Remember, if you like what you do here, be sure to listen to us on our various platforms. Go follow us on Twitter on Goblets and Gays. And be sure to give us a nice positive review. And remember, eat your clementines in order to grow up nice and strong. Thank you everyone for coming.
Passengers, remain calm and please stay in your seats. We are experiencing pirate activity.
Oh, there's just something
remain
happening.
calm and please
What?
stay in your
Them.
seats.
Them. Oh no.
At the outer edges of space, where union is but a whisper, humanity scrapes together a living amongst the stars. This is the story of 4 Lancers, talented pilots of mechanized chassis from all corners of the known universe, thrown together by circumstance and destiny, and credits. Follow Matcha.
Oh, were we supposed to know each other beforehand? I mean, we're all gonna die, but I'm glad you figured that out now.
Moxie.
Well, I have absolutely no idea what you necessarily need me to do here, but if it's kill a bitch or fix a bitch, I can do both very well. You're worth 1 week of no chores, and you know what? I really need that week.
Roadkill.
I'll take in the front, those two are taking the back. One of them's going through the booty hole, and let's go. I kinda need your help.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
And Silver.
Here's like a little bit of money. Please go away. The ghost of your mistakes.
Led by me, Reed, your game master, through the Lancer system, a mud and laser style anime mecha RPG. I hope they brought some printers with them, because this is Bring Your Own Mech, an actual play Lancer podcast, and batteries are not included. Catch our first episode starting on July 29th, wherever you catch your podcasts, and then every other Thursday. Follow my heading, and I'll see you there.
The year is 2225, and the end of the universe is nigh. Welcome to the Junket Podcast. The Junket Podcast is an actual play and really gay TTRPG adventure currently running the Maelstrom campaign, a science fiction take on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition featuring spaceships, space aliens, and a whole bunch of space gays. Follow a found family of misfits and miscreants on a cosmic caper that features science and magic, love, loss, and a whole lot of laughter. Who knows, maybe they'll even save the universe or something along the way. Did that tickle your fancy? If it did, new episodes launch every other Thursday at 5 PM GMT on all major and minor podcasting platforms. See you soon in the Maelstrom Galaxy.
Be gay. Roll dice.
An LGBTQIA actual play podcast network.